Ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for rocking out with the multiplayer podcast. It's been a week already. Yeah, the last one was last Thursday. I didn't think I'd be able to do one this Thursday, but hey, man, the devil's a liar. Anyway, shout out to everybody in the live stream. You'd be so kind to hit the like button. Shout out to each and every one of you, you kind souls. Let me hear. Hold on. Get some special guests coming in. My man, Crackhead Harris, where you at, man? See if he's still coming in. Hold up, man. Did I send him the link? Yeah, I sent him the link.
Lighting him up earlier, bro.
Oh,
man.
Yo, that shit was mad funny.
All right, well,
it was like, look, it's one game that's not 4K on the X.
Okay. But anyway, if you listen, if you didn't check out, they turned it into a whole show. We're just trying to do a rundown of Xbox One X games, enhanced, compared to PS4 Pro enhanced games. And Craig Harris came in with the alternative facts and the fake news with the spin job. You know what I mean? The spin job. You know what I mean? So, funny show as always, man. But like I said, I'll leave the link. You guys can. That's the last thing I did. You guys can check that out. But while the room is filling up, still, you guys can be so kind to hit the like button. I'm gonna go down the line, give everyone a chance to introduce themselves. While we're waiting for the room to fill up, Porter Rock is on his way. The almighty Xbox K-Mega be here shortly, and the world's most dangerous pony MVP. He's coming also. I don't know what B with the Kuda cause is at. But anyway, getting right into today's video. Up first, we got my man Mighty Mouse. What's up with you, good brother?
What's up, peoples? What's up, everybody in the chat? Your boy Mighty Mouse again with your boy Next Gen and the whole panel. I'm glad to be here. You know what I'm saying? Dropping that medicine on the daily, just keeping it rolling.
For sure. All right. After that, I got my man Post. What's up? Talk to me, Post.
You already know what it is. Post up with the close-up, Mr. Let's talk about it. And we're going to talk about it today. Got a great show, man. Thank y'all for joining. And if y'all haven't, get in tune with the Broadband Bullies. Patreon support. Big Gamer Small Talk website. We got so much going on. Bringing y'all great content. Let's get it.
Shout out to 100 in
Discord, too. Don't forget that.
Yeah, Discord too. Hook up with Halo Storm. Halo Storm gonna drop the link, the Discord link in the chat, man. Y'all make sure y'all
right now, guys.
Y'all make sure y'all get in tune with our Discord. Let's go.
Okay. Well, Neethles, you there, bro?
Yeah, what's up, guys? Name's Neethles, and I am dropping a new video tomorrow, so look forward to that.
All right, shameless plug as always.
Yeah.
I'm talking about my man Neethles. Hey, Garrett, you there, good brother? No, he's not here. All right.
I think he dropped out.
Hey, no problem. Halo Storm, talk to me. What's going on? You there?
Yeah, I'm here. What's up?
All right. So, you haven't been here really on this platform since what happened, unfortunately. You were
We don't talk about that man's death, okay? He's alive and kicking right now.
I've been resurrected, okay? We're going to have a rematch. It's going to happen soon.
You know what I mean? I caught a
Don't worry about it.
That. I mean, everybody, why you throwing him in there like that? Man, you were undercover pony. I was trying to get Alex to win. But I tried to tell you for the week, you was beating, actually a few weeks, you were beating me down. Come on, throw you in there, you ready. Now, because I'm just saying that, like, you have split personalities. That person, that savage you are in online parties, you showed up with the heart of a poet during that debate. But listen, we done with it. It ain't going to never happen again, right? Never, ever, right?
Yeah.
So he came to the debate with a church fan and an accordion and a harmonica. I know,
I wasn't ready for what was gonna happen. That's what happened.
You wasn't sure. You watch them debates. You know what happens. You see him. He's not strong.
All right, guys, I'm putting it in right now.
I'm bugging out. Mash, you didn't mash. You get your mic muted.
Yeah, I'm here, brother.
Okay.
What's up, people? Hit that like button. Well, we get it started. It's gonna be various people in here taking off pony hooves. So enjoy. Broadband Bullies. We get down right now. We're running a Gleam for Star Wars Battlefront 2, so get in on that and enter. We'll leave a link in the description, and I'll probably drop one in the chat so y'all can enter that. But Bullies, we out here grinding. Multiplayer, we're going to get it popping tonight. Appreciate y'all.
Hey, 100, hit me 100. You want in on some of this 100? Let me know right now. And listen, actually, do my mic sound low?
Yeah,
yes.
You low, Z.
Yeah,
you kind of went down.
Okay, hold on.
Hello, low.
And let me fix it. I have a short in this here wire. She just bought me 2 brand new ones. Hold on 1 second. Hold on. Hold on 1 second. What about now?
All right, you
Oh,
good.
That's
Yeah,
much
there you
better.
go.
All right.
Yeah,
right,
wrap the
sorry.
no, you
Where the hell
go.
the ponies at?
Yeah, wrap the
No.
cord up, put a rubber
Yeah, I
band
got
over it like
to shorten the wire. I don't know how I got one. I don't even touch the wire, but yeah, I just ordered 2 new ones from Amazon. It'll be here tomorrow. Amazon Prime. Anyway, how many people still filling up here? Porter Rock says on his way. You guys do me a favor again to hit the like button. We have a funny show as always. 100 said he needs the link. My man will get in here again. Little hit, 100. I think I can. 100 crazy. That's my man, though. He said something real funny the other night, man. You know, man, he's a devout, Baptist Christian and stuff. So I just asked him, may I have lost my way. I asked him, why do you believe what he believed? He took me all around the world. He said, Z, I ain't supposed to be here. And you all know that 100 got that little ass head. So, I guess he's talking about that birth defect. He wasn't supposed to be here. I don't know. He still ain't explained to me yet. So I don't know what the hell he's talking about. But we're going to find out, though. 100, we're going to get him in here. Hold on. We got, okay, 100. Here we go. Bam. Link. Paste. Here we go. Bam. Bam. All right. Anyway, all right. So, moving right on, like I said, today's show podcast, we have we have several topics that we're going to discuss here. But the title of the show, you guys see it there. It says, let me know automatically if my mic goes down, because the mic is swaying here. So just let me know. It says here that you remember, when 1080p supposedly made you a better gamer, and which I think is crazy, right? I think it's, and again, it's ingenious. It is what it is. It's a marketing tool. You know what I mean? People fell for it. Fine. I've always said, I'm saying this again, that I would throw it was kind of silly for console gamers to argue about resolution. Now, if they came out and say we had the more powerful box and it's cheaper than your competitor, hey, go for it. All about it. You know what I mean? And it's not that I have a problem with what they said, but it sounds like something a fanboy would say. You know what I mean? And then you got Phil and them, over there fighting a clean fight, trying to fight above the waist or the belt line or whatever. And you got Sony acting like Andrew Galata now. But anyway, remember this. When 1080p made you a better gamer, you had several sites. Digital Foundry, the IGNs, what's my man Greg? I remember when he had he was holding a scale. He got 1080p in one hand and 900p in the other hand, like he was weighing the scale. You know what I mean? Games, multiplats, we're talking about. I guess, for lack of a ran better, performed better, not really, so much frame rate wise, but at a higher resolution than the Xbox One's version. You know what I mean? And again, this came from the higher ups of Sony, the big wigs, the suits. And gamers ate it up this generation. Console war. They even changed my name to Next Gen 480i, 720p.
Oh, wow.
Market. You even had guys like what's the dude named One Stop for Gamers say that's why the Microsoft named the box was going to name it Xbox 720 because it couldn't do higher than 720p resolution. Like I done heard all types of stories out there. You know what I mean?
Yo, what's up,
But-
100?
There you go.
What's
But
up, man?
what I've noticed, and you guys may feel the same or feel different, that the argument, I say, or the narrative is changing. It's not no longer about power, resolution, frames per second. It's about now who got games, who ain't got games. And no, again, like I said, I'm not making any excuses for Microsoft this year as far as their exclusive wise. It's been very lackluster. I've talked about this many times over, okay? But and I want you guys to weigh in. But why is that? Does the winner is the winner able to write their own history? Does not power resolution? We weren't even talking about graphics. We're just talking about power and resolution. Does that not matter anymore? Because I see the Nintendo Switch coming out there with 720. No one talks about any of this stuff anymore. And that's a 9th generation console that's performing, lesser than or weaker than 2013 hardware. And, am I bugging or like what am I missing here? You want to, why don't you just hop? You want to tackle that?
Why the narrative has changed?
Oh, why is it? Or why? Or it doesn't really matter. Like I don't understand it. And like what I'm saying is like you look and again, and it's not really about a Nintendo thing because it is what it is. But they're able to come out and release games in 720p, dock, mode, undock, whatever the case may be, and it's not an issue, right? Not an issue. You got games that were on a PS4 Pro, right? That was running 720p, right? Fact. Not an issue anymore. You know what I mean? So what I'm saying, for the first 3.5 years, it was all about resolution, frames per second. Now it's about who got games, who ain't got games. Why do you think that narrative is changing, or they're trying to change it, even within the media? Because no one's really talking about resolution anymore.
They're trying to change it because it was, that's what they had. You know what I'm saying? Like, last gen, everything got developed on the 360. So it didn't matter if they played the same frame rate or not. I just think the media just have something in for Microsoft. I don't know if Microsoft don't give them free Xboxes, you know what I'm saying, or some shit like that. I'll give them free, Microsoft don't own no TV. So, maybe they got to send them some, some Samsung, some Vizio TVs or something, you know what I'm saying, some, QHD TVs to change their narrative. They're in love with how can I say what Mooch saying? They in love with the enemy. Because we can't, and that's just the facts about it. It ain't nothing. Can't say too much now. It's bullshit. Like you say, Nintendo got Mario. Mario ain't running no 1080p. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. But see, Nintendo fans is different. They are loyal to them characters in that brand.
I understand. I'm not talking about who's loyal. I'm just talking about as far as the media.
Yeah. Well, the media ain't gonna change because they need clickbait now. You know what I'm saying? We're taking YouTubers, gaming YouTubers, food YouTubers are taking these people jobs now. You got YouTubers make more money than them, and they just sit at home and just talk about games or movies or whatever. That's all they do. So they need something. Like I saw a clickbait article today talking about 6 games that PlayStation was jealous of. It was maybe 3 out of the 6 games. Nobody's on the PlayStation side saying they can't play D4. Come on, that's a Connect game. But they saying some people supposed to be jealous when somebody sees that title, they're gonna go click on it.
Look, at the end of the day, the narrative is going to be whatever Sony and the puke pundits want it to be. If when Microsoft comes out with games and they got the power, it's going to be y'all ain't got Japanese games. It's going to be whatever they want it to be. Look at the fact that the reason why that they keep beating up on Microsoft is because Microsoft does nothing about it. Look what happened to Adam Sessler. Adam Sessler said, yo, my system of preference, there's something going on at this launch I don't like. They done beat this dude off of the game market. He's counting seagulls now. We don't even know what this dude's doing. So it's all about whatever Sony wants the narrative to be, along with the media. The only way we can beat against that narrative is just to sell more consoles, sell more software. That's the only way we can do it.
I want to elaborate on what Marsh just said, because he made some wonderful comments.
You took it in?
No, I just want to elaborate in regards to this narrative. The narrative, this whole generation, and even last generation with the 360 and PS3, has always been about power. It has always been about resolution. It has always been about frame rate. But now the narrative is starting to change since the power has shifted. Now everyone is saying that, well, you can have all that power, but you don't have any games. And I don't understand this notion of, I have over maybe 100, 200 games on my Xbox One S right now. I don't understand this notion of y'all don't have any games. And then when they say, well, we mean no, y'all don't have any exclusives. And we do have exclusives. Well, you can play them on PC. Well, all the games and then they had this line, well, all of Xbox games are on PC. No, they're not. Sunset Overdrive is not on PC. Rise is not on PC. The whole Halo is not on PC. So when you say all Xbox games on PC, that's false. Gears, maybe games that are more popular, yes, they have access to them, but it's all about options. Just because you can play them on the PC, that doesn't mean people are going to go that way. But this generation is changing because now the narrative is switched. It's no more about power. It's no more about resolution and frame rate. It's about whether you have games or not, and that's crazy.
And it's gonna maintain that way, not just because like the winner dictates the narrative, but because even throughout like how Microsoft will do something that's great for consumers, it'll always be but Sony, and that's the narrative is going to be that way. It has been that way this whole generation. Is Microsoft does this great thing, but Sony did this. Like there was an IGN YouTube video I saw today that was like 4K on the PS4 Pro, and it was a side-scrolling airplane shooter. Like it looked like cartoon graphics. Like it looked like a game I played on my phone yesterday.
Oh Lord!
Like but it was like it's in 4K. I'm like, why did you even put this up here? Like anybody cared. But the thing is, as long as Xbox pushes out, this is this great graphical game. It's in 4K. You're gonna get that. But Sony does X, Y, and Z, and no matter how much we say, you know, Xbox does it better, but Sony, and then as soon as the but Sony comes in, you can be like, well, Xbox doesn't do this. Well, Sony doesn't do this. But Xbox doesn't do this. Sony doesn't do this. Xbox doesn't have any games. I have 418 games on my Xbox. So I don't see what the hell your narrative is. Like I have there's games I haven't touched, AAA games I haven't touched. I bought them because I'm beating games. But I always have something to play. Just because you don't want to play them doesn't mean they don't exist. It just means you don't want to play them. That's a completely different conversation than not having games.
Exactly. And whether those games are exclusive or multi-platform, they still are games. And I don't care if the other system have access to the same games that I have. It's where I prefer to play them. That's why this exclusive thing where you don't have any exclusive, where if you got this game, Sony got it too, I don't care, because my preference in regards to what I want to play is on the Xbox. It's not with Sony. So you having the same game that the Xbox have, kudos, you have access to it. But over here, where I play on Xbox Live with my friend, where it be popping in a party chat, that's a whole different experience than probably what you're getting on your system. That's just a subjective view. I know people have different experiences.
It's even crazier because people will put out lists and be like, this is what Sony put out in 2015, and it'll have like Omega Heroes Dragon Quest. Who the hell played that? Who the hell played that? Like, come on, you put up these lists. Why? Nobody gives a damn about the who played that garbage.
I mean, some people play the games. And then another thing I really want to say, because it's another issue of this notion that the Xbox community as a whole doesn't like Japanese games just because a few Xbox fans don't prefer them. I like certain Japanese game. I played Ninja Gaiden. I like action RPG based Japanese games. So this notion of that we don't like Japanese games, please stop, or that we don't support them. No, when the right one comes around, and I'm not talking about no 4 girls in a party with a schoolgirl outfit on, with magical powder and powers and stuff fighting up against other. No, that's not me.
But hold us. We'll post up to add to that though. And then I love to hear Porter Rock and what Craig got to say about this too. I don't think the PlayStation let them either. Most of their exclusives that are on the PlayStation 4 that are these Japanese girls with the high skirts, they only got a 1% attach rate or lower.
Oh Lord,
what's the deal with that, yo?
We finna talk about it today.
Let's make this multiplayer. What's going on with that?
Hey, you here, Porter Rock?
Yeah, I'm here.
Hey,
what's good, people?
Hey.
So I'm back for this therapy session because I hear a lot of tears and crying. I'm like, shit, bro.
No tears and crying.
I'm bugging. All right. Let me.
What's good for the rock, man?
You guys, man. What's going on? All right, hey, so let me just address something. All right, let's start with the no games. All right, y'all guys are taking it literally. All right, I mean, granted, some of the fanboys could go overbearing, but let's all be honest. All right, go to GameStop, go to Best Buy. You know, go to a place where you see, a big, video game centric store and stuff like that, right? And you look at the displays, you look at the walls, what do you see out there compared, between the PS4 and the Xbox? When you go out there or when you see on TV, you see on PlayStation, fucking Star Wars, even though it's multi-plat, but everything's like PS4 centric Star Wars. You see a poster of Kratos. You see a poster of Spider-Man coming soon. You see a commercial of all that wild shit. What do you see on Xbox? You hardly see anything. You hardly see a big poster. You don't even see a poster Master Chief anymore. Like I hardly even see that. I don't even see. Back in the days in Manhattan, I used to see a life-size statue.
But you know what?
Like, say,
So right now, you seeing Assassin's Creed, you seeing Shadow of War.
Listen,
Yes,
you seeing those two games?
One at a time. I'm gonna be honest. I barely see that. I'll be honest. I barely even see that.
I've seen commercials.
In fact, the biggest thing I see about Shadow of War is the people being pissed over loot crates. If it wasn't for that, I would hardly see anything on Shadow of War.
But you know what? In the stores, people being pissed over loot crates.
In commercials like all the time now.
Yeah, Shadow of War. I seen multiple.
All them thrack and suck it and eat it, Jay, and all them commercials. They're out there.
I've been watching like the Yankees, Cleveland, and all that playoffs this whole week, right? You know. I'm watching the Cubs and baseball. Listen. I've been watching that. I almost wanted to throw up just watching how many PlayStation commercials I seen.
That's because PlayStation is an MLB sponsor.
Shit, you understand?
Sony is an MLB sponsor. Just like you watch a football game, you see a bunch of Xbox commercials.
No, but that's the thing.
It's the same thing, bro.
No. Here's the DRM. I watch football games all the time. I hardly see Xbox commercials.
What?
I see more Surface tablet commercials.
You hang on. You my friend to the end. I don't want to this song. You don't see no Xbox commercials.
Well, Puerto Rico has
bro. Please, I'm watching. Listen, I'm watching the Giants.
The Giants
one at a time.
Usually the Giants play 10 o'clock my time on the West Coast. I'm up. They even on NFL Network. Like I say, I like gaming. I love sports. I'm into it, so I watch it all damn day long. I don't on Sundays. You know what I see on Sundays? PlayStation View commercials. I don't see nothing PlayStation unless you might get Sunday Night Football. Yes, other than that, it's Microsoft, Xbox. You know what I'm saying? If you cut on YouTube, even if you go cut on an NFL highlight, it's going to be Xbox. Think about it, people. And you got to understand. I told people this too. People say, "Well, why they don't advertise more on TV?" It's a commercial right now. I just changed it to the Discovery Channel because I don't want to see no damn commercial. I'd rather watch a 30-second commercial on YouTube before I go watch and see a commercial. A lot of people get up, go make them a drink, go to the bathroom. People don't watch commercials anymore. Only time people really watch commercials is Super Bowl.
Look, I've seen multiple.
Let me finish that part.
Go ahead.
Let me just finish that part. Yo, on the real, because like I said, I'm watching the Giants fucking bleed to death. And most of the commercials I've seen are Surface tablets. Yo, until Zaire mentioned it, I never noticed. But on this very show, most of the commercials and advertisements Xbox podcasts get are PlayStation commercials. I never noticed until he said it.
That's not up to but that's not up to us. That's up to
that. I'm not saying it's up to us, but that's the point I'm trying to say.
They know you are PlayStation
everywhere.
They're gonna throw it in. I put this. I got my. I made a video about this about a couple of minutes ago about PlayStation. You know, I got put under review, but I can talk about Xbox all I want and get the green. But I get under review talking about PlayStation. PlayStation must be a hell of a sponsor for YouTube.
You know what? They know you're a hardcore bot, 100.
The games with the advertisement, with the games, the posters, the big blockbuster exclusives are coming. Just the presence, people, especially the casuals, are getting this perception that not much is happening on Xbox as compared to PlayStation. But it's just a perception.
I have seen multiple advertisements for Cuphead. I have seen multiple, even back-to-back commercials of Shadow of War. I think later in this month, you're going to start seeing advertisement for Assassin's Creed. Are the commercials are more prominent on Sony's side? Maybe, probably so. I would say they are more prominent on Sony's side right now than they are on Microsoft because I watch TV. I'm watching the Cubs and Nationals. I watch sports too. And one day, I forgot what I was watching, but I saw nothing but Sony commercials. Like, just it was either an Apple iPhone 8 commercial or a Sony PlayStation commercial. So, but I think this all is based on market, man. If Microsoft is in the market, such as the United States, where it got a high value in regards of people knowing the brand, then you probably get more advertisement on social media than you might see on TV. But if you're in a market where they don't have that much access to, say, the internet and things like that, or you might see more commercials on TV, all this advertisement depends on market, man. Some markets receive more advertisement on TV than other markets, so it's hard to say.
But you know what?
Here's also another aspect. One more aspect. You know, Sony's gonna have another another keynote speech on October 30th, I think, or 28th for Paris Games Week, and then 6 weeks later, they're gonna have what happened? Yeah, the Paris Games Week. You know, they're gonna do a conference. Then 6 weeks later, they're gonna do another conference with PlayStation Experience. We're not gonna see anything from Microsoft till E3. You see what I'm saying?
You know that for a fact.
They're gonna say
you know that for a fact.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing.
They gonna show you
Is there can I absolutely guarantee with, you know, on the eyes of my children, Microsoft's not gonna do something? No, I'm not gonna say that. Hold up, and realistically, have they ever done anything before throughout January and through before E3? Have they announced anything?
That's a
Aren't
waste
they doing
of money.
something right now? Ain't you doing somewhere now?
Matter of fact, to go to to go to the PlayStation Experience, you gotta pay for it.
What happened?
So you gotta pay to go to PlayStation Experience.
Yeah, but I can see it for free on YouTube.
Yeah, you can see it for free, but what they pay everybody else that gets in, they gotta pay for it.
So what? It doesn't have to do anything.
Just because there's no
but they're gonna show you Kingdom Hearts. They're gonna show you King of Hearts. That's multi-plat. After they're gonna show you again.
Hold on.
And they got no release date for it.
No, listen. We could you could try to rag on it, but the last PSX was fine.
I know. I want to play Kingdom Hearts, but I'm telling you, that's what they're gonna show. They're gonna show
you don't know. Yeah, but at least, all right, fine. But at least they're showing something compared to Microsoft that's doing nothing.
Would you need to throw something for it?
So doing nothing is better. Absolutely, just standing there looking like
one at a time. One at a time. One at a time.
Bro, come on, stop the bullshit.
Please, we started. Look, we started.
So Microsoft doing nothing.
One at a time. One at a time.
Okay.
So Microsoft doing nothing till E3 is the best answer. Just sit there and do nothing.
No. Just because there's no scripted get on stage popcorn event doesn't mean that there's not going to be any news towards Microsoft.
There's nothing scheduled. There's nothing scheduled.
Just because, again, like I said, what you have is what Porter Rock is talking about is some scene on the stage that's going to bring all the attention. We got the Brazil game show going on right now that's not really getting the attention, so we can't use that as the tell-all see-all that Microsoft is not really going to have any attention.
And Crack Harris, you just repeating what Porter Rock is saying. You don't know either. You know what I'm saying? Understand this.
Don't post up. There's nothing scheduled.
Hey, hold on. Put them in your place, Craig, because they bugging.
You don't know what they got going on just because you don't see. That's what I'm saying, and I said this on the last podcast. You're on the outside looking in. You don't know what they got on the whiteboard in their office as far as events planned.
Correct.
So and just because you can't see the schedule doesn't mean anything is not going to happen. Crack Harris.
We can either go by what they have scheduled. Hold on. We're going to go by. We can either go by what they have scheduled, or we can just say, "Oh, well, they may do something tomorrow."
Okay, so you in Microsoft office, right? You can see the whiteboard or something.
What are they showing you that makes this so important?
That's what I'm saying. You can see the whiteboard or something. You know something we don't know.
You're totally missing what I'm saying here. Either they're going to do something or they're not. There's nothing scheduled.
Okay, so Craig, did you know they was at Brazil Game Show?
Yeah.
Did you know they was doing that right now? Where was that schedule? Where was that schedule? Where was that schedule at?
Where was that schedule at?
Yeah.
Where was that on the schedule? You said they had nothing scheduled. They got nothing scheduled. I didn't watch the board. I didn't get it on my calendar. Like, where was that scheduled at?
Look, they have nothing scheduled beyond Brazil.
Where was that scheduled at? So if they have nothing scheduled, but they're at a game show right now, please explain to me where is the rest of the schedule that you know that doesn't exist?
That's my point. As we know.
Hold up. No.
One at a time. Let Craig Harris answer. One at a time.
I'm asking his question. I'm asking his question.
No, Porter Rock. No, Porter Rock. Let Craig Harris. Let Craig
jump in because he just gonna jump on whatever you said. So let him answer the question, then you can save him, Porter Rock.
Quick, because we don't even know around the bush.
Hold on. All we know for sure is that they have nothing scheduled right now. Now that doesn't. Now, if you're going to sit here and say, well, that doesn't mean they're not going to do anything, That sounds like that's crazy.
So you knew for sure that Xbox was going to be at Brazil Game Show doing presentations.
Can I answer his question? Can I answer your question, Masterman?
I'm asking Craig a question. Did you know that for sure? Yes or no? Because if you didn't, but they are, then they have nothing scheduled means absolutely nothing.
All right.
Did you know? Yes or no? It's a yes or no question, young lady. Yes or no question?
He didn't know. He didn't know.
Right, I didn't think so. Okay.
Can I answer this question? Can I answer the question? All right. Hey, the Brazil thing was scheduled. It's just that nobody really cares. Because you can't have the Brazilian game show come out of your ass out of the blue. That has to be scheduled. The hall has to be scheduled. The people going has to be scheduled. Hotel stays, tickets, all that shit scheduled. Is that nobody really cares?
So you saying nobody cares? So wait, so it's not that nobody cares, not that it's not scheduled. So it's either nobody cares or it's not scheduled. It can't be both.
And nobody, no, I'm telling you, it was.
You talking up there?
The Brazil thing has to be scheduled. All right? No. I never watched the Brazil thing before. It happened last year. I didn't watch it last year.
You're not understanding. We're talking about in regards to Craig. Craig say that all of Microsoft, hold on, regardless if they are scheduled or not, we know Microsoft schedule events. We know they have events scheduled that we can't see. But Craig, in the way Craig speaking,
we know right now is that they have nothing officially scheduled.
You're saying that they have nothing officially scheduled that's like PSX. Okay. That doesn't mean they're not going to other events.
So we need
like 15 other events.
I'm trying to see Craig prove how Microsoft has nothing scheduled. Where is the proof? Where was the paperwork?
Scheduled. They have nothing on books scheduled. That's
how you know.
How you know whose books?
Craig,
on whose books?
Let's bring this back.
Let's move on.
Hang on, but all the game shows. Check this out. Has Microsoft been at every one? Microsoft was even at Tokyo Game Show. They didn't have a big presence there. They've been at all the PAX, from west to east, south, west, and they've been showing off the X. So you saying, have they been on stage? Yeah, they've been on stage. You just ain't you just ain't saw it on YouTube. 2 weeks ago, they just had a big old Halo event. I mean, not a Halo event, but Forza Horizon event.
Tell them.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? They throw events. I don't see Sony throwing events for anybody. I don't see what. Because they, I don't see them doing it for what GT Sport. You know what I'm saying? They even, and if you follow certain individuals or certain individuals on the interweb, Forza wasn't out yet, and Forza wasn't out, and they was having, and they had a big old special event out here in LA. You know the right people you could have went. You know what I'm saying?
Right. They have events in Best Buys. They bring those. They set up those little Xbox play camps in their Microsoft stores all the time. Just because you don't know about them doesn't mean they don't exist. It just means you don't know about them.
Yesterday,
they have to announce them to you. No.
Yesterday in Chicago. Yesterday in Chicago, they had an Xbox One X tour event in Chicago.
That's great news.
No, you should have known.
You should have known. You got all the news, Craig. You got the Xbox event schedule for the rest of the year. You tell us what's happening, bro. Because you obviously know. You was at the one in Chicago? Was you at the one in LA? Was you at the Halo tournament they had in the Microsoft store in Seattle? Where were you for any of these?
Was you at FanFest?
Come on, bro.
I'm gonna be real. I'm gonna be real. You guys have low ass standards, bro. We're talking about.
I don't have any standards. I'm saying that things exist.
Let me tell you something. When PSX comes out, that's gonna be a big event. The gaming community is gonna be talking about, and you motherfuckers talking about a truck.
What happened? What happened last PSX?
Same thing. No. Hold on.
If that's your
what happened last PSX? What did they announce last PSX?
What happened?
What did they announce last PSX? Don't touch your computer. Tell me.
Oh man, was it? That was Crash Bandicoot was coming. That's what they showed. They
That's a
showed
multi-plat.
they showed the preview. They showed the preview for. They showed a quick thing on The Last of Us 2. You know what I'm saying?
You still ain't seen none on The Last of Us.
Like I said, The Last of Us 2 ain't coming out till 2019. But we're not talking about release dates. You just named this whole big event. Oh my God, PSX is the greatest thing that's ever happened, and you named 2 things barely.
Trash.
All right, listen. You can laugh, but come. What is it? The first
in the computer. You typed it in the computer. You can tell us the rest.
I'm not looking.
You can tell us the rest. Go ahead. Tell us.
No, I'm not even gonna do it. You know, I'm gonna do better. I'm gonna wait till December. And everybody talks about PlayStation, right? We're gonna have this conversation because we're gonna have
to realize PlayStation dudes all they want.
Hold on. Let me finish.
That's all PlayStation dudes want is
when we have the multiplayer pack in December, we're gonna have a podcast on that event.
Okay. Let's on games that ain't coming out in next week.
Hold on,
But at the end of the day, we're still
gonna be Detroit.
Y'all, what is going on? What are the topics?
You know what I'm saying? Listen, the next time we talk about an Xbox event is gonna be June.
What you need to hang on?
This is where we're at.
What's gonna happen?
Hold on, this is where we at. Porter Rock stated that Microsoft has nothing else scheduled for the rest of the year, all the way up into E3. Crackhead Harris over here, reiterated the same thing. He said saying that Microsoft has nothing on the schedule. I told Porter Rock you cannot assume that.
Hold on.
Craig said that in perspective that if he had access to their schedule.
Hey, what's up, all day? What's up, all day?
Hey, what's up, man? What's going on with you, man? Thanks for the vibe.
What's going on, Oracle?
What's up? Hey, now let me ask you something. Did you watch E3 at all this year?
This past year? Yeah. I watched it with Porter Rock and J-Fonz.
Uh-oh. His mic went out.
No. I said, did you watch E3 this year? 2017? Did you remember anything from it or no? What happened?
Yeah.
Okay. What did you remember that Microsoft showed or said they was coming out with?
Microsoft said they had a brand new console for $500,000.
Right. I'm talking about game-wise.
Oh, Ori and the Blind Forest. They showed Forza 7, I believe, was their opening game.
It was Ori and the Blind Forest.
They showed Ori. They showed Black Desert.
Black Dust. Where that shit?
They showed Cold Vein. They showed
I'm talking about their when you were kind of saying they have nothing scheduled. You really got to be specific of what you're talking about because they got a lineup.
Again, they have right now on their book nothing scheduled. Now, do they have a caravan that they're going around the country with?
Oh man,
they're parking it. Yeah, they're doing that. Are they in Best Buy promoting their brand new product? Absolutely, they're doing that. Right. But as far as having something on the level of a Paris, I'll answer your question all day, of a Paris Gaming Week or the PSX, they have nothing scheduled.
Exactly.
Yeah,
they
don't do that though.
Exactly.
Yeah, they don't do that.
Here's the thing.
And that's fine. Look, if they do something or something like that, that's fine. But right now they have nothing scheduled.
Look, but whether they do that or not is not the point. The point is.
Hang on, don't Nintendo do that when Nintendo Direct? Let you know maybe a week out?
Exactly. Does Nintendo have nothing scheduled? I guess Nintendo ain't scheduled nothing in years then, right?
Nintendo, sir. We're talking about Microsoft.
But we're using the same logic. We're using the same logic.
One at a time.
Thank you. My point is that when they schedule something great, that'd be fantastic. Right now, nothing major on the books.
How do you know this?
Doesn't mean they won't do anything.
How do you know this, Craig? Craig, how do you know this? Do you have access to Microsoft books?
No, I do not. Stop it then. That proves my point. Stop it.
Because y'all just playing semantics with his words.
Yeah,
I'm not playing semantics.
Yeah, I didn't really understand what you said.
I'm not playing semantics with his words. I'm being serious.
One at a time.
Look, if you say, look, let me tell you something. Every game company, they always schedule meetings as far as their events. They might have a whiteboard, they might have a Excel file of events that they're gonna do from now until next year, or maybe a year out. Who knows?
Okay,
so again, hold on. They have that. They have it on a whiteboard. Events of planned events. Craig is stating Microsoft has nothing on the books, as if he know what's actually going on inside of Microsoft.
But listen, hey, hold on. Let me say this for the record.
You
Hey,
cannot.
hold on. I'm gonna say this real quick. At all, what we've been doing multiplayer for almost 2 years, right?
Yeah.
This probably has to be the most dumbest fucking conversation I've ever
That's what I'm saying.
heard.
It don't work.
That's crack.
Dumb as shit. They're like a bunch of DC fanboys. You're always going to be second to Marvel.
Who cares about the events? Like y'all happy about shit being announced for y'all, and that's not gonna come out in 2-3 years?
No, I would love the Xbox.
Well, you know, that's kind of good because that lets us know that shit is happening.
I think it's time to move
It's
on.
always
let's move on. Let's move on.
Let's do it right now. Let's move on.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, well,
thank you.
They moving the goalposts. One day,
next
get the hell out of here.
All right, hey Craig, I do apologize for the insults. You are a guest here today.
No, Craig's the homie. I just didn't.
I don't even know.
You're questioning Craig's sobriety. You're saying my man is on type of illegal substance, and I beg to differ, man. Craig is a God-fearing PlayStation fan. But moving right along.
He's a Pope of Xbox, bro.
Yeah,
I'm a Pope. Yeah.
This came out. Evil Within 2 will not support the PlayStation 4 Pro, but will support the Xbox One X. Talk about it.
That Pro is trash.
I don't know why. Why not? Maybe later. Maybe not at launch.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm gonna keep it real. No, I think they're gonna do it for the X, and instead of doing it for the Pro, because it's probably easier to do it on the X than the Pro. They can just take the PC assets and just port it right over. It's easy to develop. The DX12, you're about to see the power of it. They do it for PC. They can just port it over the console to the X. And hey, it's simple. It's not that easy. It ain't rocket science no more. Where they have to do something for the Pro.
I mean, that's true.
What you say? You cut out.
You can't add no 4K assets and stuff like that. Only resolution bump on the Pro. I mean, what's the use of doing it? It's like no point.
That's what they targeted, Jews.
Checkerboard though.
Well, even though it's still a bump. I mean, again, I understand.
You talking about you pay what 400 for just a little bump?
Hang on. You forgot. No, you forgot. It was okay for us. Hang on, you forgot. It was wrong. Hang on, it was wrong. It was wrong for us to do dynamic scaling, but it's not wrong for that to do dynamic
scaling. Exactly.
Look, hey, that's all I got to say about that.
Yo,
you pay 400 for just a little bump?
We looked at game after game after game earlier with Godfather Z. Compared to Pro versions to the X versions, and you very rarely saw the HDR bump. You know what I'm saying?
That's disappointing for everybody.
Yeah, I mean, and that definitely is disappointing. Craig, you was there too, bro. So here's the thing, man. We don't know why it's not being enhanced on the Pro, but we're gonna talk, overall. The performance, and these aren't my words. These are the words from Digital Foundry. The performance, the constant performance of the PS4 Pro is disappointing because it's not consistent. And this might be another example of where it's not consistent, so the developer didn't feel like doing it.
Well, I mean, since Digital Foundry is now credible now, yeah, that could be. They could come back.
I don't know about that one. Just because you're a convicted criminal and you did one good deed don't mean you saw this from the rest of them. No,
I just think developers is coming to the realization that it's no use in putting the extra time on the Pro because you ain't really getting nothing out of it.
The Pro was mainly built for the VR enhancement. You know what I'm saying? They didn't really go all out for how the X is as far as
that's just a money grab.
What it is the Pro, like the extra time and money they put into the Pro to make these enhancements, they don't have to do it on the X, and they just don't do it on the Pro because they don't need to. It's the same. It's just how it was at the beginning of the generation. They would create a game and it would be for PS4 and Xbox One, but it would play a certain way on Xbox One and PS4, and they wouldn't do any, pushes for the Xbox version just because that's how it was set up. It's the same thing with the X, except for they built the X so that all the enhancements just come naturally.
Yeah, I think
hold on. Sir, shout out to my man, Sir Spiel 5 just dropped $10 in the super chat. Glad that you're back next gen at it. I'm glad to be back. God is great. I'm sorry. What do you say?
I think in terms of the Xbox One X, Microsoft made it where it's just, especially with the UWP, Microsoft has made it easier for developers to translate their code from the PC to the Xbox One X, because they don't really have to change nothing. Either they have to scale something back a little, either they can keep the content the same, or they might have headroom to beef up some things. But other than that, it's nothing really they have to do, because the code stay consistent across from the PC to the Xbox One X. It's the same code. They don't really have to do nothing, and that's why it's easier to do the Xbox enhanced titles.
Well, like I've always said,
the system is more capable. It can do more.
Yeah,
see more.
It's a lot more easier too, though. And
my mic still sounding good.
No, you good.
You know what? Something even like as far as that, and just to be fair, right? I'm gonna throw Sony a bone, right?
Oh, your mic's bad.
Yeah, you just did.
Oh, yep.
You got one of them audio cables where you got to find a perfect spot to sit it in.
Right, he wiggling it. Oh, Dollar Tree cable. If you don't got him,
that nigga got to keep it halfway in, halfway out.
Get that electrical tape.
He finna call somebody in the room and say, "Hold the wire right there. Just hold your arm out right there." Just leave it.
You got to bend it over and tape it to the box, bro.
Hang on.
Am I good or bad?
Hang on. Ain't this the king of headsets?
No, I'm my headset. Is it good or bad now?
It's good.
Yeah,
it's good.
Put a headset and plug into the damn computer.
So anyway, as I was saying,
something.
like I said, starting the start of the generation was two things. Microsoft is a software company, right? And they spend billions of dollars into their API, DirectX 12, just investing in that stuff. You know what I mean? The fact that developers can make one game, one code to scale up or scale down on Windows 10 with universal UDP, it is what it is. And Sony, not so much so. You know what I mean? I'm not. So they said it wasn't. According to those document papers that we received, that everyone that got leaked. Mine, the ones that I saw were a little different, but saying that it'll take developers 1% or something, but they're basically still going to make two codes for the game, right? But again, this goes back to what if you look within also the document, they asked Sony for more RAM. You know what I mean? And Sony can either give you better textures or a higher resolution. Sony put themselves in that corner with their resolution talk. Resolution. So now that has come back to how you say the chickens that came home to roost. As has came back and and bit them in the ass, because now no longer will they have the higher resolution, but games will look and run better graphically on their biggest competitor, which is the Xbox One X. And even if they're both this is one thing I keep hearing people say about they're both using checkerboarding. Even if they're both on a checkerboard or use dynamic scaling, they're going to checkerboard for those using that resolution from a higher resolution than what's on the Pro. So it's still how you say,
it's going to look significantly better. Well, it's still going to look better.
Yeah, I know.
I took the graphic, but that's
4K. I can't wait for that 4K Mass Effect build because it wasn't on that list that you had today, next gen.
Well, the developers moved on from Mass Effect.
Man, Mass Effect. Somebody saying they're gonna give us a DLC for free. I love Mass Effect. I heard y'all talking about Mass Effect. Don't shit on Mass Effect like that. I kind of liked it this time.
Hey, they put Mass Effect on ice though, man.
You know what I'm saying? But Mass Effect is cool.
Don't expect no support from that game, bro.
Exactly. They moved on to Anthem. The developers moved on to Anthem. So that's expected.
All right, and which call was on that? Was that list you all had today? The second list was Destiny on there?
Yeah,
I can't remember.
I think they're getting some type of patch.
They said after launch, but also Call of Duty is not on there, but it's already been leaked. Someone had a box art that Call of Duty is getting.
Oh, great news! That's great.
4K, whatever, enhanced Xbox One version. But I guess for marketing rights or whatever the case may be, it wasn't said. But I know they said at launch though, Destiny 2 is not going to have or won't support or the X.
Yeah, they were trying to be shady with it, but I think it's still gonna come somehow.
That's fine.
Get that patch. Watch.
That's fine. That's why I ain't bought that shit. That's fine. Fuck Destiny.
Yeah, me too. I'm with 100 on that one.
Yeah, I'm not really.
100's a fucking bum.
Oh damn!
Yeah, I was gonna buy you a pastrami sandwich tonight.
See, man, you still gonna buy it? You still gonna buy it? And I want to pick one.
Damn, the shit slander. But hey, Porter, you did Porter, right?
Yeah. What's up?
You're not interested in Evil Within? They're no longer gonna get your money now. Back
No,
out?
I'm gonna get it. I love the first one.
So you're gonna play the inferior version, huh? That's what you're saying.
Yep.
Oh, okay. Okay.
And unlike y'all, I have no shame about it.
No, all right.
Yeah, look, we had no shame about it. We played the inferior
I'm just checking. I'm just checking. You know what I mean?
I played the inferior version of game.
Hey, I don't know what happened with disease surgery, but
that shit don't bother
you
me.
Sound super motivated and
listen, man. I just took a hit of that shit to put the fly on Sugar Hill.
Man.
Oh, okay. You doing them bumps?
He was
Man, you gonna bump this now.
Woohoo!
Damn, dog.
What's that shit that Noah was talking about? What Phil was talking about? You should have seen the title they put. It said Xbox bashes exclusive DLC.
Oh yeah, I got it right here. Actually, we can move right into that, which I have mixed feelings about. You know, what I mean, to be honest with you, well, it says here because once again, my man Goody Two Shoes was there? Who's that? George Washington Can't Tell a Lie. My man Philly still out in the streets. And I said I was on back away from the whole Phil Spencer talk, but they keep bringing me back in. Max. So I'm trying to save him, Post. Hey, Max, don't try to save him. So it says
there you go. Leave Killer Phil alone, man.
Xbox exec speaks out against exclusive DLC and recognize the irony in saying that. Wonderful. So basically, Phil's he's over there at the Brazilian. I didn't know they had the show.
Do you have the quote?
Spencer goes to GameSpot today at the Brazil Game Show. Xbox boss Phil Spencer spoke out against the idea of companies like Microsoft. Jesus Christ, he's about to lose his damn job. Companies like Microsoft.
No, he ain't.
I'm sorry. Microsoft paying to secure exclusive content and games. He immediately recognized the irony of the situation, given that Microsoft had the time exclusive deal with Call of Duty before it shipped to Sony. The company is also working with Activision on a time exclusive deal for Destiny 2. While Rockstar's Red Dead Redemption 2 will have some content exclusive to PlayStation 4, at least later on next year, whatever the case may be. That's exact folks. In terms of time exclusive for full games, Microsoft recently reached a deal with PUBG developer Bluehole. She's kind of putting his foot in his mouth to bring the game to the Xbox One this year as a console launch exclusive. It could very well come to the PlayStation 4 at some point down the road. So I don't know what the hell Phil's talking about, right? I really don't understand it, and I've said this before. Phil's only concern, right? Honestly, real talk, right? And its primary focus should be to Xbox gamers and not the gamers of the world. You know, not he's a top flight security of the world, but just to the Xbox gamer. You don't have to be the ambassador for gaming, and that's what I'm trying to say. But as far as business is a very, very dirty thing there. It's not, squeaky clean. You know what I mean? And I think he shouldn't set this. They're gonna rip him apart in the comment section. So
yeah,
we'll
but
hey, come. You know what I mean?
You gotta realize too that the funny part about the whole situation is he's against it. He doesn't like it, right? But guess what? It works.
No, he had no. I'll put this way.
Works.
He got to do it. He don't want to do it. He don't want to do it, but he got to do it to keep competitive. To be competitive, you're gonna have to do it.
Yeah.
All he was saying was personally.
Yeah, he's saying his. Yeah.
Look, he was saying it works. He understands that. He was saying for like exclusive content forever being exclusive to that console.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say.
Yeah, he wasn't saying like DLC being exclusive for like what 5 months or 10 months or a game being exclusive.
Preventing other platforms from getting
talking about. Yeah, exactly. Stuff like what PlayStation doing, like certain guns, certain DLCs you can't even get on other consoles. You know what I'm saying?
But I don't. But this is where I'm confused, and this is where there's about to be some bot on bot crime. Why does he care? You know what I'm saying? Does Sony care?
Okay, hang on. I got a perfect example. Guess why he cares?
Spencer's looking at it
one at a time. One at a time.
No, why he cares?
Let Miles finish.
All right.
You know what I'm saying?
It's like about on my crime.
Because I dropped a video on this later. Shameless plug. You know what I'm saying? Check out my channel. I don't understand why Phil got to continue to sit there and reach and extend the other hand and say, look, I want y'all on the other side to play these games too. We all kumbaya. We got to enjoy this stuff. Sony is sitting there in the war room like, yo, how can we lock this down? How can we lock that down? We don't even want them to be able to buy that hat, them scarves. You know what I'm saying? And that's how they get. There's Destiny content that we ain't see from Destiny 1 till Destiny 2 came out. And that's why, and believe it or not, Some people may not think that that works, but believe it or not, a lot of people bought Destiny on the PlayStation because they knew some of them levels wasn't coming to the Xbox. So it's part of the strategy. It's part of the business model. Do what you got to do. If you got to cry about it in a boardroom, man. Don't be bringing that stuff on the waves. Come on, man.
Look, if you a console guy, you only focus on consoles, then yes, you're gonna be upset in the direction that Phil Spencer is moving. You know what I'm saying? Because it's not all about console the way he's looking at it. He's looking at expanding the industry. If you read the whole article, he's talking about, making games available for a whole lot more people to play. You know what I'm saying?
And that's the problem. I have a question though.
If you're a console guy, yes, because you want everything to be on console.
Oh no, but here's a question: Who went to him, the ambassador of gaming, to do that? Sony don't give a fuck. Then nobody's listening. Like Nintendo don't give a fuck about those
gaming for years, bro. You wouldn't have half of the stuff on console gaming if it wasn't for Microsoft.
Like what?
Oh, is it like party?
What? Listen, most of the stuff would eventually came one way or another. Just because, you know what I'm saying? One way or another.
Let me say something. It wouldn't have been this.
That's like saying Microsoft wouldn't have a higher density.
Microsoft.
One at a time, bro. I can't hear what Porter Rock saying.
I disagree.
What did you say, Porter Rock? I didn't hear what Porter Rock
said. That's like saying Microsoft and Nintendo wouldn't have eventually got a higher density disc if Sony didn't invent Blu-ray. It would have came along. Somebody, if there's a need, somebody would have came up with it.
I don't think it would have. No, I don't think it would have came along. I don't think it would have came along this quick, because if you look at the PS2 already was capable of a hard drive and online.
Yeah,
they had those pieces, and they never brought them out until Xbox jumped in the game.
No. That's not true,
bro. What? It is true. PS2 didn't bring out its hard drive and its online features until Xbox jumped in the game. PS2 was out years.
No, stop it, fam.
Okay, what happened? Let me know what happened. What happened?
The PS2 adapter was already out while Xbox Live was in beta. I had both.
No. See, you're getting wrong. I'm talking about way before Microsoft even was in the game. How long was PlayStation 2 on the market before Microsoft entered the game?
It was on the market for about a year before OG Xbox came out.
1 year.
All right,
and Xbox didn't go live till 2002. PlayStation 2 was already live with online.
Yeah, so
they only went live. They only went live with online because the point of
internet.
Bro,
let me tell you something. When Microsoft, from my understanding is,
one at a time.
From my understanding is, when Microsoft announced, and I remember this E3, when Microsoft announced Xbox Live, Sony and Nintendo downplayed it and said that it's not enough broadband in the home for Microsoft to have just a broadband adapter on the Xbox and for Xbox Live to succeed. So they waited out to see. No, hold on. This is from my understanding, because I remember the E3. They waited out. They waited that year to see what Microsoft and Xbox Live was going to do. At that next E3, Sony was on the stage with a broadband and a 56K modem on their adapter.
Facts.
But prior to that, they shitted on Microsoft, just like everybody else was, just like the media. They were saying, hey, it's not enough broadband in the home. This is not going to succeed. I don't know what Microsoft is doing. Then the next year after, Sony and Nintendo had their networking thing on stage introducing it. That's from what I remember.
Okay,
all right. I may be wrong. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong.
All right, let's fix that a little bit. The one who shitted on online was Nintendo. Even while it was thriving on Xbox and PlayStation 2, it was Nintendo arguing that nobody wants to play online. Not Sony. Sony already had that.
They came out with an adapter.
Sony already had that in the books. Hell, they created SOCOM, and that shit came out like early 2002.
Look,
and the game takes hold up, and that game took like 3 years to develop. So they were already planning on online multiplayer. All right, that was already in the books for Sony. It was Nintendo who was thrashing it about the whole online. Sony was already in on online already. They were already in on using hard drives. You know, the adapter also had broadband, but the reason why they also had 56K because that was what the majority of gamers had at the time. So they did both. Sony was all in on online. Now, granted, Microsoft did it better. They did it better. But what I'm trying to say is a lot of things we have now, it would eventually happen. Somebody would have put it up one way or another.
To that point, we got to remember too, Post Up is right. Because let's just say if PlayStation 3 won last generation. Remember, the PlayStation 3 with the cell processor was supposed to last for 2 generations. So there wouldn't have been no PlayStation 4 because Sony said they wanted to cut down on their expenses on making console generation after generation. So Post Up is right to a degree. You know what I'm saying?
Hold on. Not only that, let me interject a bit. Not only that, I don't believe you will even see the PS3 if Microsoft doesn't enter the industry. I think the PS2, because the way the PS2 was selling, it was doing crazy numbers. It was in the hundreds and hundred. I don't think you see the PS3 that soon with the PS2 doing the numbers it was doing if Microsoft don't enter the game and force their hand.
Exactly. So yeah, so that Microsoft is competition. To say we're going over the top when we say a competitor don't enhance competition. That's going over the line. However,
what Apple do? Apple comes out with the iPhone and it does this. What Android do?
Everybody copy.
Google come out with a phone. Google come out. You can squeeze your phone when the assistant come on. This squeeze your phone. It's competition is good. I don't know why we arguing about who did. Yeah. Sony needed Microsoft needed Sony and Nintendo. They still stuck in a motherfucking lake somewhere. I don't know. They still stuck back in 2002 with the GameCube. They ain't, man, fuck, you know what I'm saying? But like I'm finna gotta make a store run. Real quick. When y'all talking about, you know, people what Phil said what he said. Phil's trying to get them Japanese handouts that Sony gets them Japanese handouts. That's what he's trying. He's trying to get handouts where other people go straight to Sony. And then Sony will back them. Phil want to do. Why y'all think Phil doing Kumbaya? He's doing it as a business. He's sitting there like, I don't mind doing this and doing that because he wants people to come to ask him first, ask them first. Even with EA Access, what the EA went to PlayStation first, and they said fuck you, no. Then Microsoft said boom. It's like Microsoft is getting the motherfucking leftovers on a whole lot of stuff. A
lot of people go to Sony first for a lot of things. So
Microsoft ain't got nothing even doing no marketing deals. The thing about it is
market leader.
They're sitting there. Okay, like I say, what you call it did something wrong. Like I say, Lawbreakers did something wrong. If he would have sit there and say, hey, just like they did with a bunch of you know what I'm saying, other games that came to the playoffs. I mean, like with like Hellblade, something like if it sells, we'll try to like Hellblade comes to the thing, and if it makes money, yeah, we'll think about bringing it over and stuff like that. But they want to go, they thinking because it's 60 billion strong, that you know we still trying to figure that out. But it's 60 billion strong. They want to go run to there. But if they really look at the analytics and you put yourself on that console, is it really selling like that?
Yeah, he's
a million. You winning off $1 million?
Oh man! Hey, listen, thanks for 100 for coming on the show tonight. He's not feeling well.
Yeah, this nigga said billion. Then he said
playoffs. Playoffs and all types.
Playoffs. Yo, my man, I'm not liquor, bro. Yo, man, put down the Hennessy, bro.
Man, I'm like, I down. No, when I was talking, when I said 60, when I said billion, I'm being sarcastic with it. Come on, I'm being sarcastic, man. Y'all know not being sarcastic.
Yeah, it's sarcastic. I don't know what sarcastic is, but anyway,
he's trying to get me on my game. I want to rematch.
I want to give 100 a round of applause. You know what I mean? Now, God bless you. Night. But anyway, Porter Rock said something very valuable. He said, "Who named Phil Spencer basically the Pope of gaming?"
Yes, I do agree with that.
You know, and again, I say this, and you know, and look, and people. I don't know. They take it and they like, I hate Phil. I don't hate anyone. You know what I mean? I'm just saying, far as business wise, some of the business decisions, and me being an Xbox fan, I don't care about gaming in this whole. I don't care about PC gaming. I'm a console gamer. Some of the decisions that he has, you know, decided to do haven't really benefited us, the Xbox guys over here. You know what I mean? It's like he's been placating to everyone else. But that's over here. Even with, you know what I mean, about he frowns upon time, deals, and this, that, and the other. Why? You frowning upon it and your competition is kicking your teeth in with them. You guys did them all last generation. You know what I mean? Just because you're not going to do them anymore doesn't, or you're not going to bid for them. But again, it's really helped Sony. You know what I mean? You know, for especially with huge games like the shooters, and you're known for the shooter box, Destiny. Listen, this is what I don't understand. How do you let, and you're known for being the shooter box, how do you let Sony go and come in there and take Duty, Destiny, what else they got? You know what I mean? All of them. You know what I mean? Like that right there in itself is sheer lunacy. You know what I mean?
Well, it's to Juice's point. Juice made up a very good point. He said, look, they trying to extend the platform to different ecosystems. That's the problem, because the problem is that when you extend it to different ecosystems, the third-party developers look at that and say, hey, what is my incentive of making a third-party game for your system? You know what I'm saying? What is my incentive of bringing a Mass Effect to you or a BioShock to you? You know what I'm saying? First, if you don't have a big enough install base, that's why they're going to Sony. You know what I mean? Because if you want to sit there and spread the ecosystem to the PC dudes got Steam. I done said this last week. They got Steam and GOG and all that other stuff. So that's why Microsoft got to understand they got to focus on their console market first. When they get the console market locked down and keep it locked down, then they can look at ways to extend to other ecosystems. But right now they ain't got that locked down and it's hurting them.
Hey, listen, someone give my man Moss a round of applause. I've always said that you're worried about everything else. First, you need to secure what's going on here. Now, listen, am I a little dramatic when I say it? Yes, it's bells. It's for entertainment, right? But people look at me screaming, right? Not that I really care, but miss the messaging. You know what I mean? The messaging that I'm saying is very clear. You need to worry about us, the Xbox fans that put you in the position that you are, okay? And what they done, you know what I mean, whatever the case may be, is that they totally, I say maybe taking us for granted, Now, I'm gonna choose my word. It's not about PC guys get to play games. I can, I don't care. But when you give them games day and date, you take less value away from your quote unquote your console.
Exactly.
You have a Gamescom showing. Check this shit out. This is wow. You have a Gamescom showing. And not that I want to play Age of Empire any at all. That's not. I'm not into RTSs, all right? That's not my thing. But you show a Windows 10 PC exclusive there, where all of our exclusive games go to PC.
Look, all I'm saying is, if it don't matter how much y'all kick and scream about it, they moving in that direction.
Here's the thing. I don't have to be. Which is wrong,
you don't. I mean, I'm just saying, but that's where they moving. I mean, they moving that stuff in the direction.
Money talks. When gamers got together,
and they making money off of it. You know what I'm saying? So that's where they go.
Okay, listen. All right, time to go to school, Juice. I didn't want to do this to you. Make the money off it, right? Let's have fun with this again. He said, men lie, women lie, numbers don't lie. Did they make the money off while putting Gears of War 4 on Windows 10? No.
It don't matter. It don't matter. It don't matter if they ain't making money right now.
Listen,
they doing it. They moving in that direction. Just like I remember what Showstopper said a long time ago. It's the same thing. It's coming all together. I'm telling you, it is.
Listen, I'm gonna say, listen, hear me out for 2 seconds. I swear I'll let you interject. Okay, right now, put your big boy with schools in session. Right, grab your napkins, get your book bag, your lunch. Schools in session. Right. By them adding Forza, Gears, and Record, that didn't make those games sell millions of units. It didn't. Let's be clear. We're gonna be honest. We're gonna listen. We're gonna get the biggest knife in the drawer. We're gonna cut the bullshit out, right? It didn't, okay? And you said they're gonna do it anyway. You know why Sony's been so successful? And I'm not even Sony do, is that they sticking to what works. They're worried and they're concerned, and their main focus is the console gamer. You know why Nintendo is winning right now? They're not worried about what's going on PC. They ain't worried about those weirdos from 45-year-old men out there dressed up in duck suits and stuff. They're catering to their fan base. What is Microsoft doing? When you see Windows, when you see E3, whatever the case, you see Windows 10 and then at E3. You're cool. We don't care about. I said this then. What they're messing up and they're missing.
But haven't Microsoft gamers been arguing about the power this whole time, and now they're giving you the console and you still fretting about it? You know what I'm saying? And the games are gonna come just because the games are going and they're gonna be able to be played on PC. Why is that a big problem?
Okay, so what? Riddle me this. Riddle me this. Right? Maybe you can look at it like this. Because see, right now you're looking at the glasses being half empty. When we have motherfuckers at the bottom, it's more than half full. Right? Look at it like this, right? For that huge market out there. Well, you know what? We're gonna. I'm gonna oversimplify this, right? You look at the gaming community right now, and you look at most people's combination of what they have this generation. What is it? PlayStation 4 and a PC. Why don't they get an Xbox? Because they don't need one. They can play their games on PC, and they can have the superior version of the multiplats on their PC.
All that. Okay. I understand all that, but
I'm not talking about Microsoft.
You know what I'm saying? That's the direction they're moving in. You know what I'm saying?
Listen. Don't get shy now. It's okay. I'm your friend. Listen, right? I'm not talking about Microsoft, right? Because you're still saying Microsoft.
I know. That's what I'm saying. You're talking as a console guy. I understand that y'all.
Okay, but I'm talking about the Xbox division. Okay, and to answer your question, you said that there's nothing that we can do. This is the direction that they're moving. Not true. Gamers got together and put their foot down and complained about DRM, and what happened? So don't say
it still happened. Systems got DRM right now.
Nah, but not what Microsoft tried to implement. That what Microsoft tried to do in 2013 didn't happen.
You got to be online to play most of these games.
No. See, there was online games even before Xbox One. See, this is the thing. Let's just go ahead. What Microsoft tried to do, let's take Quantum Break. It's not an online game, right? At all. Has nothing to do with online. The moment you buy a disc, right, and you put it into your console, it gets registered to your account. Now that plastic disc is useless because now it's tied to your account. You could break that disc and throw it away. You don't need it no more. But the problem is you no longer have any ownership of that disc. You can't give it away. You can't sell it. You couldn't put it on Facebook.
Nah, bro.
You can't do nothing. That is what they tried to do.
Bro.
Nope, that was wrong because they had things in place where even if you wanted to go back to
play it, you got to put the disc into play.
No. Microsoft was going to set it to where once you install the game, you don't need the disc anymore.
You didn't need the disc anymore, but they had a system in place. They had a system in place where you was going to be able to sell your games, transfer the license. They even had a system in place where they was going to set up with GameStop, where you would have been able to take the disc back to the store.
Look at the system. Post up. No, hold up. But look at the system.
Look at the 24 hours.
Look at the system they try to use, right? Let's say if I want you to try to sell a person another Xbox Doom my game. Let's have Quantum Break, right? And I'm saying, the dude's like, yo, I want to buy it. Cool. The only way I could transfer that license is if that person was on my friends list for 30 days. They had to be on my friends list for a minimum.
No. You're talking about families. You're talking about family. You're talking about the game sharing, bro.
No. I'm not talking about game sharing. All right. I'm talking about transferring the license to another user. Or you can only transfer licenses.
I'm talking about selling the game.
Listen, in order to sell the game, you have to transfer the license. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
You're talking about
to transfer the license. The person had to be on your list for 30 days. That means you don't have control. There's no way for me to sell a game on eBay. There's no way I could be like, hey, I got Quantum Break.
Now, see, my understanding was that my understanding was that the 30 days was only for when you want to share games, when you wanted to share your library with somebody. They had to be on your friends list for 30 days. That's my understanding. In regards to purchasing, I ain't hear nothing about you had somebody had to be on your friends list for 30 days for you to sell a title to a person.
To transfer your license.
To another not to GameStop, not to Best Buy.
I'm talking about private. Me to you. To me to you. Right, to give you Quantum Break, you had to be on my friends list for 30 days.
So in order for me to sell you it, or in order for me to transfer it to you,
I have to.
It's a difference.
I have
it's
to
a
be on your
difference.
friends list for 30 days.
It's a difference. If you on my friends list for 30 days and I can transfer you that license, that's cool. But if I'm selling you that game, if I'm selling you the license, you shouldn't have to be on my friend list.
But you still had to be on the friend. That's how Microsoft set it up.
I gotta go research that. I gotta go research that because that don't sound right.
Microsoft set it up. That's a little off. Listen, Microsoft set it up. Would have set it up to where you can't sell me a game unless Microsoft gets a cut. Me and you, one-on-one, mano a mano. That's the whole point of the system.
Yeah, but that cut was not only for Microsoft. That cut was to help developers too.
But listen, what does that have to do between me and you? I'm not talking GameStop. I'm talking Porter Rock, Post Up, just private to private sell. Since when do anybody get a cut from a user to user sell?
What you
I can understand GameStop.
Bro, have you been to GameStop, bro? You would have got more money back off your games doing it Microsoft way than what you get at GameStop.
I'm talking about me and you, not GameStop. pull
Yeah,
up.
okay.
I think me and you, just me and you, one-on-one.
Yeah, one-on-one.
You're missing a step. There was one step before you got to that point. There was 2 thresholds. The first threshold was Microsoft allowed you one up to 2 trades. Then that kicked in. So that's a little. You're close, but that's a little bit off.
They didn't allow the true trade. I read this thing thoroughly. This transfer license, you have to be on a friend.
None of that shit matter now because that shit ain't even in.
Okay, but what I'm saying,
I know, but the point is, what Microsoft tried to implement didn't happen.
We're talking two different things.
That's
saying transferring. I'm saying selling.
No, it doesn't even matter. What I'm saying, what I said was when gamers got together and put their foot down, and because you said Microsoft is going to do it. Because and again, I'm gonna be honest with you, and even though I'm an Xbox guy, my friends are there. And and that's the reason why I stay with Xbox, because I'm more invested in the ecosystem, and my friends are there. All right, but just be honest with us. This close space.
And if you want to be honest, they won the shit because they had the power, and they had the low PR.
The better version of the multiplayer, and also too, it was continuously won because they focus on their core. Those games,
man, they won on price too, bro.
Yeah, that too. Whatever. But again, they're focusing, but the price didn't last all year long.
Yeah, but not as much as they marketed the power and.
Well, okay, that's who fault is that? That's not Sony's fault.
Next gen.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Microsoft slipped out the gate.
Hey, wait. Next gen. Tim Dog got on Twitter.
Yes.
I don't know if you follow him. He's got something about Evil Within is off the list. Now, I don't know what he means by that. So I don't know if you can check his Twitter. Yes, it's off the list.
Off the list of games that are going to be enhanced.
Yeah, get out of here with that.
I don't know.
Okay.
No, keep on with the topic.
Open.
Yeah, that's why I'm just letting him know. Yeah, I didn't know.
Yeah, I think he was talking. He's talking about it's not getting any support for the pro outreach, but that's neither here nor there. But what I'm saying at the end of the day, but when gamers got together, how you say, got together and voice their concerns. And again, and bro, look at like this, Juice. Forget next gen, right? Because my man, other Zinc, in the comments section, go off for 8 weeks. That's what it is. I thought you and what's my man and Posty, y'all guys are so pro Xbox. My man Zinc in the comments, he be cutting up. Not even, don't listen to me, right? You go to Shameless Blackley, a good friend. Not saying good friend, but I associate. They follow each other on Twitter. We DM each other from time to time. They did an interview, and I got a horrible memory, but Warrior Ward sent me the interview, and I reached out to Shameless Blackley, right, whatever the case may be, right. And they had this conversation before Microsoft about trying to bring the PC crowd together, build one. They have the division to take over the living room, right? And they already got some games on PC, Zoo Tycoon, and all that type of stuff, right? Bring it all together, have a Windows device in every front room, living room, home. That was their vision. Boom, right there, right? But he said then that console gamers and PC gamers were two different consumers. We're not the same, okay? We're not even close. And I'm not talking about the guys that buy a PC and play the superior version of the multiplats. No, not them. I'm talking about the Dotas, the League of Legends, the ones that out there modding, putting bras and panels in everybody. Though we're two different PC gamers, their crowd do not want a game with restrictions. They want to have at it, strip the code. Them console gamers, we're not looking at it like that. You understand what I'm saying? We're just trying to put it again. We're two different, and for them again to, how you say, misread the market. That's why I question their vision and where they're going. And not to bring this back up again, you go back and you look at the games that they chose to give you an Xbox Enhanced. Disney, Zoo Tycoon, like what, like bro, what come on, like that lets me know right there. Even like I said, I don't have a problem with Lucky Tales. I don't. For those that are into platformers, fine. There you go. Voila. But you understand what I'm saying?
They investing in other shit, man. Like the hottest games right now, they might be those Dota games on PC, but everybody playing PUBG, bro. Okay. That game is changing it. You know what I'm saying?
Listen, on
so that's
PC,
why they invested. They invested in Minecraft. They bought the Minecraft people. They're making tons of money, bro.
Listen, as a consumer, as an Xbox fan, you should care a rat's ass about their money because that doesn't benefit you, me, or anyone.
No, I'm not saying about the money though. I'm just saying you're talking about
Microsoft. Listen, and to me, to no effect, no fault. I think that's one of the issues. Why? Because they're so consumed with business. Microsoft, when it comes to business, they are the best at doing. They in gaming. Whether people choose to believe it or not, They have their hands in everyone's pocket. Aren't you
going to be playing the hottest game out right now this holiday season?
I can play it right now, but choose on my PC. But I don't listen. Well, it's not about that.
But as an Xbox fan, you're gonna be able to play it on your Xbox.
I'm
not playing this shit on PC.
Okay, listen. We got PUBG. You got to realize this. What was the last AAA game that Microsoft released? Juice? Answer me. Riddle me this.
Halo
What was the last? No. That's a really that's not a AAA game. What was the last AAA
to you, it ain't a AAA game, but it was.
It's technically a AAA game.
No, it wasn't. You talking about an RTS? When is an RTS on the console been a AAA game? Okay, the last AAA game that Microsoft released was Gears of War 4. Just think about that.
Yeah, that was before it. That's a bigger AAA game.
Last year, this year,
and people still playing Gears of War 4.
Oh, I didn't question the pool, please, but it wasn't. It's not that last. That's why they quietly combine the PC.
Who's playing a single player game on PlayStation right now?
It doesn't make a difference, but look how it's sold. I'm not a big Uncharted guy, but Uncharted curb stomped the shit out of Gears of War 4. Be clear this. And they might, let's say, doing more harm than good. Microsoft thought by putting that thing on PC would give it legs, and it didn't. Okay, we gotta be realistic. If you want things to change, they get better.
Legs in terms of what? Sales? You just said you didn't care about the money though.
No, you said people are still playing it. I said. And then compared to people still play Uncharted online. I'm not into it, but people play it. We can't say people
not
play
as many
it.
people as Gears of War. I could guarantee.
I don't know that, but there are more. I'll play this right. At the end of the day, right, there are more Uncharted 4s in home than Gears of War 4. All right. But listen, you're
not talking about the money. I'm talking about longevity as in playing people playing the game.
I think we measuring the success by the wrong barometers. Okay, we comparing to Sony. I don't care what Sony do. No offense, Porter Rock. I don't care what Sony does. What I care about is why don't I have the innovative games, the game changing games that I got lost generation. You know what I'm saying? Why don't we have it? We don't have it because
it's really important.
The third party.
To get real with you, bro. All we got.
So we didn't get Quantum Break. We didn't get Sunset Overdrive. You know what I'm saying?
Those were decent games, but those were not game changing games, though.
Right.
Sunset Overdrive wasn't all right, whatever.
No,
I like it. I bought it. I
like it.
That was a different game to me.
Those
I mean,
games
just teach his own.
It was Jet Set Radio, bro. That's it.
Listen, I like Sunset Overdrive.
I want to make a point. He says that he don't care about Sony. Sony ain't doing anything that's like Sony learned. Because remember, Sony came out at a time when Nintendo,
right.
Sega, when Sony came out in the time, PlayStation came out at a time when Nintendo and Sega were at their best. Mm-hmm. So Sony's only doing what they learned from them, which is make sure you have a banging first.
Sony's only doing what they learned from everybody. All they do is fucking copy.
But that's good. I like that.
All right.
So Microsoft needs to learn that.
Nobody doing nothing.
I said earlier, Microsoft needs to learn how to copy too.
It was a problem. Ain't nobody doing nothing special right now.
That's what I'm saying. Sony's sticking to a tried and true formula.
Yes.
Those persons trying to do on some new shit and it ain't working.
Okay, we're trying true formula because they try to true formula is
also
formula is the motherfucker.
I mean, it's not even they ripped off. They ripped off.
Porter Rock. I'm watching the Cubs and Nationals while we on this. I just saw a Shadow of War Xbox commercial. I just messing with you, man.
The comment section said juice on that motherfucking green juice, that Kool-Aid for real.
Damn right.
Wait, hold on. I just want to
post up on that.
You see what's in the comment?
They do it all the time. And post my man. Post me right. Calvin.
People.
The consoles.
Facts. Uncle Promise, Mr. Uncle Promise.
Listen, check it out. Right in the comments section, right?
Hey, Z, we can't hear you, bro.
I can't hear you, bro.
You fading out. Shake that electrical tape, yo.
Nothing.
Shit, I'm on Cuphead right now.
Man, this man got 15 million damn headsets and one put the headset to his PC.
I can hear you fine.
Man.
All right, now listen. Hey, first of all, do me a favor, guys, hit the like button. I'm about to knock the bottom of this motherfucker with this right here, right? Hit the like button.
You playing the hottest.
Look, I got 175 people in here.
Hit the dislike button.
Hit the like.
Come on, what?
Oh, you're not entertained.
Hey, you gotta sometimes you gotta tell people the opposite to do the positive.
Well, since 100 is back, hit the dislike button.
Hey, check it out. To my man, this is my man here. So he always in the show, right? So this ain't no shade, but sometimes I make the comment section a part of the show. That's my form. I'm gonna give you a layer of my onion there. One man with the glasses. Okay, we got. I'm going to see your name.
my God.
Somebody getting abducted.
My man, Gamer, aka No Fanboy. He said next gen Forza 7 is a AAA game, and it has it's a simulation.
Is this technically true?
It is. No, it is.
No, that's a AAA game.
True. What are you talking about?
All that stuff that's going on in that game ain't going on no racer.
Listen,
Forza is a AAA title. Yeah, it's a $1 billion franchise.
It's a fine, but it's a Minecraft. It's $1 billion. It's a niche title that's gonna appeal.
No, that's not. No, you know how many people?
Z.
Hang on, Z.
Did y'all just hear about Minecraft though?
Yeah, but Z. But I put this way, Z on YouTube. On YouTube, guess what's one of the highest grossing YouTube channels is?
Bro,
Minecraft.
Bro, listen, fine. That doesn't mean that, but I'm just saying.
It might not be your taste.
Fine, but I am what you call. I put the C in casual and the C in Caucasian. You know?
Hell yeah, man. The triple OC.
Who the hell is that?
The fuck?
Man, Michael Myers on the.
It sounded like a fart.
I don't know who that is.
At Halo Storm, is that you with that logo, with that Walmart mic? What's going on?
That wasn't me, bro. I'm telling you, it was somebody else.
All right, whoever it is. What I'm saying is this: that it's gonna. I'm not saying that Forza is not a huge franchise for Microsoft, but it's a simulation racer. You know what I mean?
Z, they said they can't hear you. Z, they said they can't hear you.
I mean, I can hear him now, but I hear him kind of low.
I hear him. I hear him perfectly. He said it's a
Somebody,
simulated
mic is
laser.
real airy right now. It's like air. Y'all hear that air?
That's his mic. That's that. I told you it's them two CUDA cords.
All right, can you guys hear me? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
I don't know what the hell that is. All right. So anyway, as I was saying, right?
There you go.
It's a huge title, $1 billion franchise for Microsoft, but it's a simulation racer. It appeals to a certain market, right? And what I mean by that, when you look at Call of Duty, it may have a more broader appeal. I'm just saying it's a niche title. I'm not saying it's a niche title with a big bucket, okay? Halo Wars 2 or RTS on the consoles, it's not just a race, not an arcade racer, but
Minecraft is niche.
No,
yeah,
I'm talking about Forza.
No, I will give you Halo Wars 2. I can't give you Forza. I give you Halo Wars 2.
Forza's gonna sell throughout the year.
You know how many people that's
I'm not talking about how many sold. No, I'm not saying how many sold.
I'm not a car enthusiast. I'm not a car enthusiast at all. Trust me, I better know how to change the oil.
You were born with a very small head and you're alcoholic. You got the vision of the okay? But I say to say this, right? Hear me out, right? Listen, all due respect, I have no respect for
this nigga's a double V, a vodka veteran.
He said a small head and an alcoholic. Oh Lord.
What I'm saying,
you sound far away again, man. Fix your shit, man.
Again, I do.
Yeah.
I don't know what the hell.
You in a sucking place right now, man.
Oh no, man. I'm going into another dimension, man. Hold on, man. What about now? I got it in my good hand. What about now?
A little bit better.
Sound pretty
a little
good.
better.
I'm fine.
I sound fine.
Yeah,
you good. You good.
What do you say, Halo song? Hey Paul, I sound good. Testing. So anyway, right?
Yeah, so that's Trump speech.
All right, so, so anyway, right? So what I'm saying is this, right? At the end of the day, and I don't care, we brag about it, but I'm not talking about Microsoft and its whole. And what I don't here's the thing: we're just talking about the gaming division, the Xbox. What I care most about more than anything in this world, right? More than my children, I love my Xbox more than my kids, literally. And again, right? Maybe you can understand this a little bit better, Juice, right? And maybe my man Zink, okay? By them adding these games, right, to PC, right? They are effectively selling less consoles. Would you agree with that?
Definitely.
Juice, would you agree with
I don't think so.
In a way, how though? Because you still getting to play the game.
I didn't say that. I said selling less consoles.
Because there's cats out there that.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
I still disagree though.
See, everybody don't want to get a damn PC. Man, you know how I do PC repair. You know how many dumb people.
100.
I mean, people. What? So why you think?
I agree though. Next gen. I agree. It is.
Out of a stupid. I said by them. I'm gonna say that you listen to 100.
All right, let me get my tiny head. Let me get my tiny head together.
Mosquito head ass nigga.
Raindrop hit. No, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Let me tell you why I disagree.
Nigga, listen here. Snail head ass nigga. Listen. What I said was by them putting Forza 7 and Gears 4 in the next iteration of Halo, whatever the case may be, they effectively sell less consoles. Would you?
I agree. I agree with that.
Would you agree with that? They sell less consoles?
No, because the average consumer don't have a PC that can play them.
Okay. All right. Let me ask you this.
And when you talking about the casual, if the casual see that game at Best Buy, it's on.
All right. So listen, riddle me.
You think it's not going to sell consoles? If they see, I'll put this way: if it's a console sale, if I see that console,
okay.
If I see that console, if I see that console, if I see that console playing on that, and it's correct. I mean, if that game playing on that console,
if I see it, no, not you, but if I see it, okay, this nigga, listen, like,
you know what, 100 on a real for real. Think about it like this: if I'm a casual, but I'm on a teeter, and I see that, and I'm like, ooh, that Forza looks alright. I'm a PlayStation dude, but I got a PC too, and I'm like, ooh, that Forza looks alright. Then I found out, oh, I could play the Forza on my PC.
Save me 300
to my Xbox. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I get your point. That
get it for cheaper too on the PC.
Is that the case for most people? No, but a good number of people,
Bro,
yeah, I would say decent.
Even when you buy it on the PC, you can still play it on an Xbox. It don't matter. It just.
But why would I buy an Xbox though?
It doesn't hurt.
I mean, that's the point. I already agreed with him. I already said it would help.
You know why you would buy Xbox?
I didn't say you didn't agree. I said,
you know why you would buy Xbox, Moss? Because it's about choice. It's about preference. It's about where you choose to play. I don't care if that game is on PC or not. If I choose to play on an Xbox and that's my choice, then I'm going to make that choice. Whether I have a PC or not. I got Macs and PCs all around me. I can play on the...
Listen, I'm going to say this again, right?
Talking about the console.
Let me chime in, because this is the point Zaire is trying to make, all right? What he's trying to say, by getting more console sales, you prevent situations wondering, why is this game going to PS4 first? Why is nobody doing this on Xbox? Yeah. Why is everybody harassing Xbox? Why this? Why that? Why that? 90% of the issues Xbox has in terms of, you know, publishers and stuff like that is simply because market leader. That's all it is. If Xbox was the market leader, you wouldn't have 90% of the issues you guys are seeing. The market leader is if you ain't number one, you dead last. That's how gaming consoles always been. You know what I'm saying? That's what it is. You know the more consoles you sell, the better people like you. That's just the reality. If Xbox One was the number one, let's say if Xbox One at $500, even with, let's say if that whole Connect bullshit would have taken off, there wouldn't be.
You already know that though.
I'm saying, let's say if the opposite would have happened, Xbox, this whole in-house TV would have taken off. Power narrative would have not taken in place. Why? Because Xbox One is the number one selling console. You're not going to rag on the number one selling console. That's just the reality.
I do agree with
Wii U and the Wii was the number one selling console. That shit didn't, you know what he's talking about.
And look, and look how many Nintendo YouTube channels there were back then.
I'm not talking about YouTube channels.
What the point I'm trying to say is, when the Wii was selling 100, you couldn't tell them dudes nothing. They were on their shit talking shit about everybody.
Exactly.
At the end of the day, Z's been figuring out that shit out the hard way. At the end of the day, you couldn't tell a Wii dude, a Wii.
But they wasn't playing the shit we was playing though.
Because at the end of the day, they finish every conversation this.
That's because you're only talking about the console though.
That's what I'm saying. But at the end of the day, that conversation always ended with this: if your shit is sold that big, how come your shit ain't selling? And then we're like,
but I can understand
Z. Go ahead,
I can definitely understand Z perspective, because back in the 360 days when Gears first was announced and it was first shown, because when it was first shown, it was shown as a it wasn't even shown as a game. We only saw the characters and the quality to show you what the 360 was capable of. Then later on, it was announced as a game. But when it was announced, Sony fans, everybody was like, "Wow, that games are great." But guess what? It was only on the 360. It was not on the PC. It was not none of that. So you was forced to buy 360 to access that game. It's none of that no more.
And that's all I'm saying.
Yeah, but post up. Why everybody feels threatened? They in their own world.
What you say?
Leave them there. Why everybody feel threatened over the PC?
We're not threatened over the PC.
So why the PC even? Why we even talking about
Michael? I'm sick.
Why we
got this nigga Michael?
Why we worried about the PC?
Hey, Drone need that bus pass, my nigga.
Why we worrying about the PC?
Look.
Okay, I'll put this what I'm saying. Okay, we finna get. All right, Z, you want to talk about that? We're finna get players on our own grounds. And what PUBG doing? What PUBG is doing? Say no, we're getting Xbox is getting PC games.
What?
So a lot of PC exclusive games is coming to Xbox.
Hey, bro, because of what? They're also coming to the PlayStation 4. What are you talking about?
What you mean? They're not coming. They're not the best quality of them. Look at Art. Art gonna do more on the X. Art gonna do more on the X than it's gonna do on the PlayStation 4 Pro.
Listen, it doesn't matter. They're still coming on.
And you know what?
That's not the point.
No one really is gonna care about
100. You missing the point. 100.
No one's gonna care.
100. You missing the point. It's about incentive. I remember also last generation. It was some RPGs that dropped on the 360 that forced that you weren't able to get on the PS3. Either they was exclusive or they was
they just didn't work.
Like 6 months exclusive or something like that. But 360 had pushed gamers, had more incentive for you to buy the system now. Nowadays in the 360 era, people who had the PS3 and PCs. If something came out on the 360 that wasn't on their systems and it was like long-term exclusive or was just going to be exclusive to that system, it forced them to purchase the 360. Nowadays they don't have to do that. If I got a PS4,
yeah, you're right, but neither one. Look, neither one of them doing it.
100.
If I
got a PS4 and I own the PC and I know Gears on there. With the price of Gears on games on PC and the discounts that you can get, gamers on the Xbox One spending $60 to $100 for Gears, and a person with a PS4 with a PC only spending like $29, maybe $15, depending on if they get it through Steam.
Hell, they might even pirate it.
Right, they might even pirate it.
But you're not getting a good quality of the game either.
Yes, you is. You getting Gears 1 better. You getting 4K 60 and solo and multiplayer on PC.
So the average consumer has a $5,000 rig.
Hold on. Wait, 100.
You don't need no $5,000 rig. People got to stop that.
You're not pushing under $2,500. You're not pushing no 4K out of no rig.
Hold on. Yes, you are.
And no 60 frames.
You stupid. You better
go. Hang on. Can I say that?
Yes, you are, bro.
Can I say something? Hang on. Can I say something? The consumer, the regular consumer, do not know how to overclock this and do that.
All right.
They don't know how to do all that.
100. Hold up.
They don't have to do all that.
Hold on. Real quick question. 100. Did you play Gears 4 on 4K on your Xbox?
No, I didn't.
So why does a PC gamer have to? They could play. In fact, a lot of them enjoy playing at 1080p, just like you. You don't have to play in 4K.
Exactly.
4K is not mandatory.
Look.
Because you didn't play Gears in 4K either.
Yeah.
Look, I'm not making
we went off on this whole different route.
Yo, Top Dog in the chat, he's like, so many jealous X fans of GT Sport. What exactly are we jealous of?
My man, but you gotta drop $2 for that dumbass comment. But anyway, as I was saying, all right, from my man 100 hopped in with the belligerent comments. Right?
No, belligerent.
At the end of the day, right? The Xbox division. All I'm trying to say, and maybe I don't care what sells and who makes money because I don't care about that. That doesn't benefit you and I. We didn't benefit anybody. I'm just being real. We didn't benefit anything by Record going to PC or Forza Horizon. That didn't benefit us any. It didn't line our pockets. We don't have any more AAA games.
Exactly.
And 2017 has been very, very lackluster. Very, very light. We have to be clear, okay? So, with that being said, right? When I'm talking about focusing on your core, because you're getting your core is what puts you to where you are. What made you this how you say cool product, right? The Apple for the console. The 360 was the iPhone of last generation, as far as the casual gamer. Okay, now the Wii appealed to non-gamers such as my grandmother. I did not call my grandmother a beautiful soul, a casual gamer. All right, they may have played it once at bingo. God bless her hip. Right now, right. So you hear where I'm going with this, right? So you're any incentive of. I'm just talking about the guy that owns the PS4 and the PC. Because there are a lot of those guys within. I'm not talking about how strong their rig is. I'm not talking about the car they got. I'm not talking about any of that. That they're only two things, and now maybe even the Switch is because they can't get those exclusive games on any other platform but PlayStation. Okay, so What I'm saying, one of the reasons why Sony and even Nintendo is still doing well, they're focusing on their core, on the console gamer, which is huge. Which, you know, and again, and this is not going to be a dig at the PC, but I understand there are more gaming rigs out there in the world, but there's not one GTX 1080 or whatever. So there's sold more than the Xbox One or any of those high-end graphic cards. It's not. It's a fact, okay? You know, but again, you don't need one of those high-end graphic cards to enjoy PC gaming. Those guys that are playing Dotas and League of Legends shit. You saw what they said about Sea of Thieves. They want the game at 540p. You know what I mean? Now, they want the game that bad, they're willing to play in 540p, right? So if they want the game that bad, they'd be willing to go out there and buy a console also. They should, right? At the end of the day. And Microsoft has lessened the value of their console business by putting their software on other devices. It may make them more money in the long run. Cool. That's why I always go back to the statement of me saying that I had more faith in the product when Steve and those guys did, because it was kind of old school. If you want Microsoft services or whatever the case, you got to buy Microsoft products.
Facts.
Now it's not like that. Okay, but I'm just talking about the console division. I don't care about Windows and Windows 10.
They all the same, Z. Microsoft been in the PC market. They're mad at hang on, put it this way. Hang on. Microsoft is mad at themselves. Hang on. Microsoft is mad at themselves because they could have been Steam.
Exactly.
Really
anyway, that is true. That's they are. I mean,
they've been there. You acting like they would never been there. They've been there. But you got to understand this too. What? Hang on. I got a perfect example, Z, and I'm gonna make it like I'm saying like apples and oranges. Okay, why people like to go run the Apple? Why people like to run the iPhones? Why they like to run iPhones? Because it's simple.
What'd you say? What?
They're simple.
Nope.
Yes, it is. It's simple and it's the thing to do. And style, it's the thing to do. No, it's simple. I get people. I get people. Can you fix my iPhone? I don't touch the iPhone. When it comes to Android, I had people switch from Android to Apple, and they're like, "Oh, it's more simpler. It's that." Thing about it is, the console is Apple right now. The console is easy. I don't care if you go buy a PlayStation, a Switch, or whatever. It's simple. Cut it on and play.
What the fuck are you talking about?
I don't know.
No, y'all talking about the PC. No, y'all talking about the
Wait, 100. I think it's time for you to make that store run, bro.
I thought you were going to the store. What happened?
So what? So you trying to say the PC is open ended and the console is?
No. What I'm trying to say is the PC. You shouldn't worry about if Microsoft put Gears on a damn PC.
Yeah, we should. Yeah, it's a feature
Why?
people might use.
Why?
But they don't have to pay. We're behind the
Now, I'm gonna tell you the truth. I think it's more I can't use it in a fanboy argument. Just like I can't use it in a fanboy argument because they're gonna say you don't have an exclusive because you can play it on PC.
No, nobody's saying that.
Nobody's saying that, bro. I mean,
but I don't feel like it's going on PC is less than the value of the Xbox. I don't.
Bro, hey, 100. Let me ask you a question, bro. If Sea of Thieves, State of Decay, Crackdown 3. Come out for the PC, right?
Yep.
What the fuck do you need an Xbox for?
Okay. For one is I already have friends on Xbox. I already have a social media.
You have one on the PC too.
No, I know what I got to do on the PC. I got to get on Discord.
No, you don't.
No, you don't.
That's party chat on
PC. Yeah, but you on the PC too.
Yeah, but you got to have Windows. You got to have Windows 10. You got to have Windows 10, and you can ask.
You need something to validate your purchase, bro.
You can ask King. He was getting kicked in and out of party. Trust me, I got the beta version of the Xbox app. And I got the regular Xbox.
If you know about that and you got
both
that, you should know you should be in the party with everybody else on that app.
No, it messes up. It messes up from time to time. It messes up.
Everything messes up on that.
But it messes up. Because I told him, I said, "Are you using last night?" He was in there. No, it doesn't bring down. Just because it goes on PC doesn't bring the value down to Xbox. That's all I'm saying.
But if somebody's interested. If somebody's interested
this
in
is
PC,
my opinion.
That's just more of the reason to be in that ecosystem from the jump. If you could play Xbox games over there,
hey, look,
bro, you know what I mean?
You're
already there.
Y'all give PC too much power.
Okay, listen, 100. Listen, the last thing I'm gonna say 100, right? And then we're gonna switch the topic, right? Maybe you will look at it like this, right? All the features, right, that console gamers got, Xbox Live and this, that, and the other, party, chat, achievements. You get the whole Xbox Live on PC for free. The whole experience, right? Even Party Chat. The whole experience on your Windows 10 PC, right? So what I said was, by giving them all of, not just like, you know, your games and your features.
Hey, Mr. 100 disappointed with his bodiness, bro. I thought you was a real bot.
Yeah, listen, you're lessening the value of your console, because if I already game on PC, I already have one, I don't have to spend $300 to experience what you got going on in that ecosystem already. I already got it over here. Listen what I'm saying. So again, you're selling less hardware. Okay.
Right. You can go to Pornhub to playing Gears of War 4.
Not only that, you can max out the resolution and play it in frames way above 60. And look, and guess what? Hold on. Let me tell you something.
Don't know how to do that.
100. It's not about the.
You know, I have people.
It ain't about the know-how. Go to YouTube. You can go to YouTube right now.
And know people. Okay,
let me tell you something. I am not making the case.
I can pay my house. I refuse to do it. I'm gonna hire somebody else.
100. Let me tell you something. I am not making the case for the PC audience. Okay, that's not what I'm doing. But you have to be logical here, man, in your thinking and what's going on and what we're talking about. You don't. In today's, you don't have to be really too PC savvy. You can buy a system that's already put together with all the bells and whistles, with all the software on there, but you don't have to really do nothing but download and install a game. Now, is that hard for some people? Maybe for some, but for all, no. What they're saying is that
look, 60% of people don't want to do that.
Let me tell you something. I don't know what the percentage is, and I'm not going to even speculate. But we have had people in our parties playing Gears on PCs doing 100 frames per second at 4K.
And what they were. And what they are. What? They know what they're doing with their PC. Okay, what King did?
Hang on, what
King did?
I did not bring up resolution and frame rates to bring it to a
100. Look at this.
What King just do? What King bought all the parts and had someone else put it together.
But all right, but hey,
he didn't put it together because
you know why? You know why he didn't put it together? You know why he didn't put it together? You know why he didn't put it together? Because he was injured. He had just had surgery. He had just had surgery.
Your foot don't hurt your hand.
100. One at a time. 100. This is the big point, all right? Because Gears is on PC. They are able to put together a device and not buy an Xbox. Like how much? Let me ask you this: how much PC? Right? How much money are you gonna have to build a PC to play God of War? It doesn't matter because that game's not on PC. The new one that's coming out. It doesn't matter how much money you could build $1 million PC. You ain't playing the game. There's only one way to play it. You have to buy a PlayStation, and that's what everybody's talking about.
How about Mike?
Where you have to.
You have to.
It's about incentives. We're not talking specs. We're not talking about PC community. None of that. We're talking about incentives.
Hey, you could be the smartest man in the world, but if Gears of 4 was exclusive, like Halo 6, chances are it's not going to be on PC.
Did he say
There's
Gears
only
of 4?
one way to Halo.
Halo 6 might be
Halo 6.
It might be Halo 6 with the direction they going in.
It doesn't matter how well you know. It doesn't matter how well you know PC. If Halo 6 is exclusive to the console, it doesn't matter what type of rig you got. You got to get Xbox to play Halo 6. That's what we're talking about.
100. Let me say it like this, 100, because everybody's focused on 4K and this.
No, that was it.
No, I wasn't making that. I wasn't making that. I'm making it about specs.
Okay,
but I'm making it about specs. I was just giving, you know what I'm saying, an example.
But let me break it down like this.
I was at your Cubs lose. I've used my man. Fuck the Cubs. Okay.
Fuck the Ravens.
I was at an event not too long ago with a couple family members. One cousin had bought Gears of War 4, true story, Gears of War 4 digital copy. He went to the other cousin that had a laptop. Hey, I got this Gears. He started playing it. He started playing it on his laptop, and we was all talking. He was like, "Oh shit, I didn't know I could do this." I was thinking about getting an Xbox.
End of story. No, it was the laptop. The laptop wasn't lavish or anything like that, but the simple fact that he could play Gears because he loved Gears last generation, he was like, oh, well, I can play it on my little rinky-dink PC at low minimal settings, whatever. He's happy with that. I'm not saying that's most of the situations, but there's enough of those situations where it's happening to sales.
Listen to me, guys. How does my mic sound? I promise to be the last issue you guys have with this mic. Do I sound okay now?
You sound good.
All right, I just want to say last thing, okay? Before we're gonna, I did want to bring one topic here, but 100 outdone Craig Harris tonight, and I do apologize. Now, and you just said something about Garrett. King just had his PC built, right? And whatever the case. And you know what King says all the time? Hey, y'all don't know, cuz I'm gonna play all that shit on my Xbox. I ain't playing on my PC. I ain't playing none of that shit on my Xbox. Shadow War, and a lot of other games.
You lost one.
No, he been playing Forza. He been playing Forza 7 on the PC.
I was trying to tell 100 why he didn't build it. He told us personally why he didn't. He wasn't in the physical shape to do so, bro.
No, I'm just talking about the fact that he bought. He wasn't going to mess it up. I'm talking about 100. I'm talking about King being a console guy. Just got his PC. Now, if it wasn't the fact that us doing the live streaming thing in some games, he most likely probably wouldn't even get an X, you know what I mean? Because his PC outperforms, and he still gets to talk to us and everything from his PC, from his laptop stuff. You know what I mean? So that's what I'm saying about you lessening the value.
I get you on that one.
Not only that, he's been on the PC more than the Xbox. He's been playing PUBG and Forza.
He ain't been back on Xbox.
He been on Xbox.
Let me say this last thing. I can't stand Nintendo, right? I think they're a horrible company. I don't like them. I hate their policy. Shout out to my man Obi-Wan, and he's a true live Nintendo guy. And
shout out to Mario Odyssey, bro.
And they've taken down all of his, his gameplay, and he's really been rooting for him. So now he's back, on the Xbox and do some stuff with him. My man Obi-Wan, and he'll support the Patreon. But that's what my dude did. Even though I think he's a little weird. What is going on, everybody? Obi-Wan plays, right? Shout out to him. Now, but what's one reason why people love Nintendo, right? And go to Nintendo platforms? Because they can't get their software anywhere else, right? Am I right or am I wrong?
Yep.
Okay.
You can't give them. Nope.
Okay. So again, Nintendo, what they do, they're not going to give away their ace up their sleeve, which is their software, even though how shitty their hardware may be. You understand? All of their software sells well because you can only get it there. Well, even if the console doesn't sell well, all of their software sells well because you can only get it there. If you look at the Wii U, which has a very, very low install base, if I'm not mistaken, just about all of their exclusives, if not all, has outsold the PlayStation 4 and the Xbox One because you can only get it. It has a very, very high attach rate. You know what I mean? As far as the exclusive one, it does. It's a fact. You know what I mean? And I don't care for their games, but you can only get their software there. Okay, Microsoft, your console, this again. Okay. Why Halo 1 and Halo 2, 3 was so successful on shit? Because you can only get it on the Xbox platforms. You know what I mean? The reason why
we've already been through this though. We are.
Halo Wars. I mean, Halo did come, but it wasn't day and date. Okay. Fable did come, but it wasn't day and date. We talking about day and date. It's a huge difference. Okay. Big difference. Okay. We're not talking about a year later. We talking about day and date, and then why I didn't even get to the price. Why the hell would I pay $65 and I can get it for 30 or 20 on CD key? You know what I'm saying? So again, you're lessening the value of your, of your thing, okay? But that's neither here or there. Ladies and gentlemen, if you enjoyed the show today, hit the like button, man. This show has taken a lot on me mentally, spiritually. And
this has been like all over the place today. This has been truly draining.
I'm back.
That's the podcast every other day.
No, it ain't that. This thing has taken a lot out of me.
You ain't got. Yeah, go take Adderall. I see you tonight. I'm gonna whip your ass. Payback's a bitch. Payback's a bitch, motherfucker. Don't run tonight. I'm on. Don't run tonight. And then leave your shirt on this time. Leave your shirt on, man. I told you about that already. Cookie face monster.
Can't play 2K on PC.
You play 2K on PC?
Shit, I didn't know. I'm not a PC guy.
Oh, okay.
Play Injustice on PC.
Looks much better too. runs better, looks better. But anyway, I'm sorry. But anyway, listen. Thank you guys for rocking out with the multiplayer podcast. My wife, my ugly wife, and my wonderful wife bought me some Chipotle's. Got some steak tacos over here. Tacos. Is anything?
Then they eating all
tomorrow.
Then they got no bowl. Then they eating all the sides.
Man, you know what's crazy? When I get my tacos, all I get is the hard taco, lettuce, and meat. I don't get nothing else.
You don't put no hot sauce on it? You don't get no hot sauce?
No,
they overrated.
Oh no, you want them motherfuckers like to drown food in hot sauce. Don't even enjoy the taste. Oh,
that's not hot sauce. That's tobacco sauce. That hurts.
Man, I eat from Ramona's. I eat from authentic spots. You ever got, man? I live in, man. Come on, we live in, man. Come on, all day.
It's not the mic. It's I've shortened the wire for whatever reason. I did order some new wires from Amazon. They wanted $45 for these wires inside Staples and Comp USA. Hey, go to trusty Amazon. I got the same, wire for $6. I've ordered a few of them.
Nigga said he got taco meat on his chest.
Type of tinky winky.
I do, man. It's crazy. They shaved it right before my surgery on the right side there. And it's right back. I got that, man. I'm gonna show you guys the hole in my chest. Look nasty.
Yeah, what happened to
Kid Mega? Man, want to see that.
Kid Mega said he just got it from work building. He had all day. He was building a birdhouse with his feet. Their hands in his feet.
Hey man, don't get him on, man. No, he just went back to work, man. He came over from a hernia surgery.
Again, I want to say this though, real talk, right? You know what I mean? And not to get too that's not me this time. I don't know who that is, but not to get too sentimental. Like I said, thank you guys for rocking out with not just me, the brand, the multiplayer, and like I said, even the broadband bullies. We have our official first giveaway. I got to give away something on the site too. The guys that were rocking out with the Patreon. We giving away Star Wars Battlefront 2. I'm gonna leave the link. It's gonna be in the first comment. I can't put it in the chat for whatever reason.
Yeah,
I can't put it in the chat. All you have to do to be entitled, and I don't choose the winner, so it's been done automatically on the site. All you have to do is subscribe to the channel Next Gen 720. Like our first broadband bulletin, the first video that we have collectively. You're gonna get the weekly rundown. You get one of those once a week. Just like the video, and watch the video, and you'll be automatically entered in for the drawing of.
Hey, I already won it. I already won it already. So you get mad at me.
Like I said, I can't put it in the chat. What I wanted to do, but for whatever reason, I can't put it in the chat. And I'm gonna tell you guys again. Post. Tell them about what we're looking for the website, please.
Oh yes, we're looking for anybody that enjoys writing and reviewing games, whether you want to write articles about games or what's going on in the game industry, or you want to write a review of a game. We're looking for anybody that's interested in doing that. Please reach out either to myself or Z, either via Facebook or Twitter. Moss too as well. Hit Moss up as well. We'll definitely go, and then we'll go from there. But we got some big things happening and some more things on the way.
For this site, I think we're still working, man. And again, shout out to those that rock out with the Patreon. I'm looking also for new talent. Just not even say new talent, whatever, because everyone's talented. Everyone you see on this panel, more or less, besides probably 100, I met in my comment section. Literally, you guys love Porter Rock. I took his Easter hate egg ass off Twitter in the comment section. You know what I mean? And people think I say that it's just something cool to say. I truly rock out with those that rock with me. I don't really mess with too many YouTubers for whatever reason, but that's neither here nor there. I think they're weird. They might think I'm weird. Cool, but I normally rock out with you guys there that in my comment section. Come on the show and this, that, and the other. So like again, if you want, like I said, you be a part of what we got going on before I close the books. I'm looking for a few more people for different shows and different things. I don't want to say too much that we're doing. You know what I mean? If you can support pledge like $10, $5 a month, whatever the case may be. I appreciate it because again, I do all this out of pocket. The debates. Give each guy the $20 and for the debates and stuff. I mean, it's not a lot, but like I said, I'm a man. I'm a colored man.
Never paid me. You owe me $1,000.
Debate it. When you debate it? I've been trying to get you to debate. When you debate it?
I ain't, man. You gotta get me out, man. I need more than $20. See, I'm all
man. You do got to pay $100. That's a live action.
Make $100.
Hey, listen, man, Craig Harris. Now listen.
We ain't paying $2 if you can't make no sense.
Listen.
Ooh, that was the box.
Listen, this week, sorry. Tomorrow,
I still rock with you 100.
No, wait. I put this way: if I get on whatever you're gonna pay, give it to a subscriber. Give it to anybody. Just donate it.
Oh, that'll be dope. That'll be dope.
Donate it. Don't give them
an man. 1 second. I gotta say this. Tomorrow we have a live debate. We got MVP versus J-Wags. We're gonna do that tomorrow about 7:30. All right. So we got J-Wags versus MVP. You guys, what are you mad? You love MVP. He's gonna be there tomorrow at 7:30. And then next week we got a very, very special one for you. My man, Craig Crackhead Harris. He needs his $25. A bucket of dark meat chicken, so picking some Afro scenes. So Craig Harris is going to debate next Saturday. We're going to get a time, but tomorrow at 7:30, it's going to be MVP versus G-Swags. It's going to be a very, very funny show as always. And again, thank you guys for rocking out. I left a link to the this again. If you want to get down support pledge, I appreciate it. Also, here's a link to the website, guys. Join the forums. Check out like I said, we're looking for writers for the blogs. If you want to do reviews, and like I said, you may not have the game. We supply the game. We'll talk about that. But anyway, writers and stuff. You want to for the site? Like I said, I'm really trying to take this thing to the next level, and then even try to get a radio station. Like I said, we're working, and new merchandise and stuff is coming. Also, there's the link. There's the link to what we're doing. I'm sorry, to the website. If you want to be a writer, if you want to come on, hey, my man, what's my man? So Shady, you reached out to me. I told you to hit me on Twitter, bro. Like, I don't know if you shot. Hit me on Twitter. What you got, So Shady? You know what I mean? And come holler at me on Twitter right now. Say my name is So Shady, or if you're on Facebook, inbox me on Zaire Johnson. I would tell you the particulars, or bring you into a Skype call. Down. Tell you what our cult we got going on here. You know what I mean? But anyway, thank you all for rocking out with us. Check out the site. We got some new members up on the site now. Wags, my man Moss, and Moss right now. You guys, Moss, Master's not in here. Everyone here that has a channel, I'll make you guys admin. You guys know Puerto Rock and 100. Leave the link to your channel so these guys can follow and hit the like button, please, man. Thank you. Definitely. NF, what's my man? NF, what the hell is NFZK? What the hell does that stand for?
That's Zinc. I just call him Zinc. I ain't
talking about other than Zinc. I'm talking about NFZK.
Yeah, he's talking about the PlayStation guy.
And no fucking vagina. That's what that is.
He's a bitch.
Whatever. Oh, damn. Yeah,
that's the homie.
Yeah.
Damn, yo. He supports.
Listen, shout out to Neethles too. Neethles doing a awesome job.
Yes.
Leave the channel to the link to your channel. He runs the broadband Discord, Twitter stuff. Listen, Halo Storm, the Discord. We have a Discord.
Yeah, Discord.
I got a question about the Discord. Is this the link that always stays open so that people can join so I can start giving it out in the videos? I need a link.
Right now, this is the permanent one. It always works.
Okay. All right. So this is the link right now. Come join the Discord. And we got, and again, we're looking for new people again. You can hit another link to the website.
This is the only permanent link at all.
Yeah, y'all also could reach out to Neethus on Twitter too. He controls the Broadband Bullies on Twitter
account. Yes.
Yeah, Halo Storm controls the Discord. We got some other stuff Discord in the works too, but we ain't
gonna talk about it. T-Reaper in there, make fun of him.
Post up. Post up. By the way, you better win because I need to whoop your ass from last year.
All right.
Win what?
You better win this game because I need to see you Saturday, LA.
Win what game?
No, this baseball game. Yo, you know your Cubs just went up. See, I'm watching your people more than I see.
Let's go! Let's go!
That's what I'm saying. I need to see that ass kick.
I got the stream on the right side of the screen. I wasn't even paying attention.
Washington winning right now.
Oh, we up. We
losing. They up 5-4. I'm watching it right now.
We're 5-4.
Oh shit, it's 5-4 now.
Yeah.
Hey, Puerto Rock, leave the link again. Leave the link again.
Ooh, that's sideline.
Big up for Von Helsing. Von Helsing just dropped $5 in
yeah, shout out to Von Helsing.
Von Helsing.
But again, shout out to you guys. And my man said shout out to Next Gen. Tekken God, just shout out to you too. I appreciate it, good brother. My man Lex Hazard, he's a part of the Patreon. Shout out to him. You know what I mean? Shout out to Brian. Shout out to all you guys.
Get down with the Patreon. We got. I can't say this enough. We got some exciting things coming in. You want to be a part of that Patreon to access it. Let's go.
Yeah, we out here. And I ain't just saying, I mean, this is a big, I ain't begging for money. Trust me.
And fuck Dodgers.
But we out
Facts,
here.
Porter Rock. Hey. That's something